I haven't seen this
Hussy
guy
with
in
the
6
fire.
months, and it's just like bang,
Coming
bang,
in hot.
bang, bang.
It's an R-rated way to start an episode.
Oh, were you going?
I think they caught the end of it, but they didn't get the beginning.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
basically, Snacks couldn't find it, and so he gave up.
Here we go.
Wherever you
we
want to
go.
take that. What up, what up, what up? PFC 266, Premier League Matchday 7 review. Going to open up with a big one. Chelsea, Liverpool. Some late game heroics by a sub, but we'll get into him. But it ends 1-1.
You're going to get into him?
I was supposed to mine today, dude.
I was going to say.
Oh, it's so funny. What are your thoughts, man? Liverpool, man?
Look, overall, it was a great game.
Got lucky.
No, if you were just
Got
gonna,
lucky.
no, if you were watching the game without supporting one of the teams, it was a fun game to watch.
It's a great name for the neutral, they say.
Yeah. Look, after coming off the midweek when Chelsea, Hazard ended up beating Liverpool, Hazard by himself.
The team on his back.
More or less. And again, Hazard came through. The big thing is Hazard is coming through and Salah is not.
I was just going to say, Salah came through too.
So basically,
Got
that's the
subbed.
two biggest stories at the moment. And then, Shaqiri's doing good, should have had a goal. But Dino Sturridge, the reinvigorated Dino Sturridge, somehow able to shirl the ball, like a reverse shirl. He's going away from net,
Across the
going
goalie,
towards
yeah.
the goalie. And it somehow goes top of corner. But
Top
winning it.
Dude,
Bins.
he fucking bailed Klopp out because Klopp took off Salah. That chance fell to Shaqiri. It would have been Salah. You'd imagine he'd finish it more than Shaqiri.
Bro, I don't know. He missed some sitters this game. Salah missed
Well,
the
who would you
ball.
rather have in that moment? Would you rather have Mo Salah or would you rather have
Look at
Shaqiri?
this, bro. Look at that one shot on the highlight you're watching right now. He just sent that to Cambridge, bro. He sent that. He's like, you know what I mean?
Salah's shooting's off, man. His confidence
Look at-
is completely...
Mane had one like that too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mane
but
for
Mane-
sure,
but
but like
Mane's a
Mane is
rapper.
more
Cristiano
goals.
has shots like that too.
But Mane,
Absolutely,
but
but
You got to shoot to score.
Absolutely,
You don't win
and
the
he only
lottery.
has two.
You don't buy a ticket.
No, it was the right thing to do to shoot, for sure. Absolutely. But I'm just saying, like, last year, one of those goes in. And probably that first one.
Probably two of them go in if it's last year.
True.
I think just going off of that point, just, like, when you're asking the question about should Salah have been subbed off, I have to go with, like, Shaqiri's coming on, Salah's having a bad game. It's like, if Klopp knows it's right, it's right. Shaqiri's been playing well, too. He might not be scoring, like, a ton of goals, but, like, he's playing well. And, like, Salah, like, by Salah standards, I guess Salah standards now, he's not playing well. So, I wouldn't be... I mean, you guys got the point at the end of the day, and you guys played well. So, I mean, I wouldn't be too upset with the result. And I'm pretty sure they were away from home, too.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah, they
Salah
were.
coming off also was resting for Champions League midweek. So he's probably going to start that
Yeah,
game.
so I thought that as well. But Liverpool also, man, they changed their approach to this game. They weren't really high pressing.
No, they weren't.
Sat back a lot. Only pressed when they lost the ball in the final third. Other than that, they sat back. Playing scared. Bunch
You know
of
why,
bitches.
man?
You're not going to win the league like that, bro.
The way to play Liverpool, the same way to play City, is a 4-3-3, man. You got to match up with them in midfield.
No, you exposed them though. On the flanks.
Who?
We saw it with Robinson, and we saw that with
Trent.
Alexander
Yeah.
Arnold getting
But it's
exposed.
also-
David Luiz playing balls over the top,
That's a nice finish.
positioning too high. The goal came through Arnold going too high up the field, leaving space in behind.
But it was a perfect matchup because they played a team whose strength is always out wide. It's
Yeah.
always either Pedro, Willian, or Hazard on the other side. So it's a team that, like you're saying, now perfectly matched, a formation to kind of catch their faults and catch their weaknesses. It worked like a charm.
It's official. It's City, Liverpool, Chelsea basically
United.
going for the City.
Chelsea,
for the title at the moment.
Yeah, well, Chelsea,
At the moment,
they're
yeah.
kinda
At
hanging
the
on,
moment,
but-
Yeah, Chelsea's
I
looking
could agree
great.
with that.
Jorginho, he's making great passes. David Luiz, he looks like a new player.
Rudiger
Kepa,
looks good.
oh my goodness, the saves that he
was a
had.
great
He made
save,
some
yeah.
really good saves. I have to give it to him. So,
Except he got posterized by Sturridge.
but he also
You know who saves that?
Courtois.
6'7" Courtois.
Yeah. His
Those
reach,
extra
his
couple
reach would've
inches,
had it.
yeah.
That's a special save
But,
by
like,
a giant dude.
Courtois unhappy. Like, Hazard said
But,
after
but
this
hey,
No, no,
game-
we're
yo,
just
but
saying-
who pressed that ball down? Conte. He stood off, let him shoot.
Yeah, you know what? Like, it was a special
Wasn't
goal,
good
man.
defending.
No one saw that coming.
No.
All he had was a cross, basically, at that angle. And you see him look up and look at the goalie in positioning and
Dude,
just goes
that
for
left
it.
foot is special.
Unbelievable.
Sturridge's left foot has always been special. His fitness is shit. He's not slow. He's a hell of a player, man.
his role is good right now because he doesn't have to play every game. hopefully the injuries won't happen as much. Like you said, his fitness is not that great, but he has a clutch.
He's a guy. He's a guy you can rely on late, and that's 2 goals in the last 2 games for him.
It reminded me sort of the shot that he had against Sevilla in the Europa final in the first half before Sevilla came back and trounced Liverpool. But it was 1-0 from the Sturridge goal. Reminded me of that. But Salah, getting back to that guy, the best chance he probably had all game was probably the one where he had the break. I think it was Rudiger that was going after him. He brings the ball down. His touch was heavy to the right. And instead of just being patient, maybe if he just swung it to the middle, Firmino was right in the middle. He went for the shot with the right foot, going away from goal. So all his momentum, all his power was away. And then Rudiger had a nice, easy, just clearance off the line.
Yeah, I think it's just him like trying to force a goal because like I guess now he holds himself, and the world holds himself to this like new level. It's like, all right, Salah's gonna score this, or he's gonna score 3 goals a game or whatever. And like I think it's just him. He's like, all right, like this is my team. I gotta kind of put the team on my back, and I gotta be the guy that brings us back into this, or just put our team ahead, especially a big game against Chelsea. So I think that's what it comes down to. But I actually have a question for you, Huss, because Liverpool. This is their first non-win the entire season. You guys have played PSG and destroyed them. Is there anything that like worries you about your team besides Salah? I guess since we've been kind of talking about his fault. Yeah. Like, you guys have been firing on all fronts. Like, Danny Sturridge is out here balling like it's 2012.
Gomez is balling.
Gomez is, like, looking like one of the best center backs in the Premier League.
Alisson is balling, man.
He is balding.
Dude, he had a couple of really big saves,
His hand was on Hazard's goal. He had a hand on that.
He had a hand on Hazard's shot, but he had 2 breakaway saves, man. Came out big. His footwork is there, man. That's always a bonus, man. But he's also a great goalkeeper. That's, like, an underrated quality.
I have two concerns. One, Virgil. If he gets hurt,
you guys are fucked.
We're not. Look, we're not fucked. We're still making top 4 if he gets hurt, I believe, but we're not going for the title probably. And then my other one is Salah does need to start scoring soon.
Yeah.
But it's only because I'm not assuming Mane is going to keep up the form. So when Mane starts to slow down a little bit, we need someone else to take over for a moment. Sure. So it's not so much you need to start scoring right now, but you need to start getting close. You need to start finish. In this game, he should have had at least 1 goal. I think we all agree on that.
David Luiz goal line clearance denied you of that.
Yeah, I lost my whole train of thought because I have Al pointing, like doing all these, all these hand motions next to my face.
Going back on that point where you're saying like Salah needs to score. I don't know if I told you like I'm gonna bring the fire today. Hot take. I think Sadio Mane is Liverpool's most important player. I know Salah gets all the goals and he gets all the plaudits, he gets all the glory, but like. If you look at what's Mane, I almost said Sane for a second. Mane, he's not playing out of position now because he's been there for a couple of years. But like when he is scoring, everyone's scoring. And like last year, the case was he wasn't like if he didn't score, Salah would score. Now Salah's not scoring, and he didn't particularly play well this game, and they didn't win. So I think now we're kind of seeing Mane grow into his own. He's got the number 10 shirt. You know, he's taken. I don't want to say he's matured because like I honestly couldn't tell you if he has. I think he's growing into his role because, like we said, Salah's not scoring 40 goals right now.
I disagree at the moment because, look, all right, first thing first, with Salah, the goal drought, we saw Harry Kane do that last year here and there, and then he still came back and got goals. The main thing is that, yeah, Mane's hot right now. I wouldn't say he's the most important player. Salah, when he was hot, yeah, he looked like the most important player on the field. I think the most important, actually, in that front 3 is Firmino. Because when Firmino is running down that ball, creating mismatches in the middle, taking defenders away from space, he's allowing those 2 guys to use their speed.
I would have agreed with you 2 match days ago. But ever since seeing Sturridge, I think Firmino, he goes down. But for now, Sturridge could come in and replace.
But Firmino had a bad game, and we saw it. Yeah. So if he has a good game, we don't. We see everyone else doing well, but we saw the effects when Firmino does have a bad game.
Yeah, absolutely. But
that's why he's important.
But like when Sturridge comes on, like what I'm saying is, at some point you could sub Firmino off and just start with Sturridge, and your team would still be kind of firing. I don't think you can do that for the whole season. I don't think he replaces Mane, dude. I don't know.
No, Mane for me is like he's
the hot one right now.
Well, I mean, Salah's the undroppable. He's like the golden child of Liverpool right now. But what I'm saying is I'm not saying he's better than Mo Salah. I don't think that. But what I'm saying is that like let's look back when Liverpool didn't have Salah and they had Mane. Mane was the guy.
It was Mane FC.
It was
Yeah,
literally
when
like
Mane
when
wasn't
Mane played.
playing-
When he went to the Africa,
He only had like 13 goals that year.
But
I
when
don't
No,
he
but
went to the
he
Africa-
left for a month.
Yeah,
No,
and that's when their season dropped off, and that's
they
when they
didn't
started
win for
dropping
that
all
month.
Yeah, we talked about that. I fully agree with that, and we were saying that at that time. But the good thing right now is that we have two players that can get to that level,
Yeah,
and
for
one's
sure.
hot right now, one wasn't. Last year, one was hot, one wasn't.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm hoping that Salah can pick up pace, Mane can kind of plateau a little bit, and then
Why
they're
would you want
both
him to
firing.
plateau?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of want him to stay in the
No,
form that he's in.
no.
Hate
But
it.
if he
Hate
can
it.
keep his
Plateau.
if he can keep his form rather,
There you go.
and if you can get Mane and Salah start firing near the end of the season, that's what I'm really worried about. Is after Christmas going for hopefully the quarterfinals, semifinals, finals for Champions League. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
What's more important to you, winning the league or the Champions League?
I always think Champions League just for the fact that that's the best team
hate it.
of all the best teams.
I think for
That's
me,
such a bad answer, man. You haven't won the league in 30 years.
you've
20
never won
years.
You've never won
Oh,
the
20,
Premier
30
League
since
it's become the Premier
1991.
League. You've never won the league
1990.
title.
It's been 28 years. 29 this summer.
And we've had this discussion before.
You need to win this shit. You need to get that monkey off your back.
I think we were
You
talking
know?
about it, Al. We were talking about it last year. When I think it was when we lost to Sevilla, or like, but when we got matched up with them, like, listen, like the season's lost. Man City ran away with it. Let's do something in the Champions League. I'm like, bro, like that's all good. We're probably not gonna win, but like you got to prove you're the best in your country before you can prove you're the best in Europe. So I mean, I don't know. And for that, I think you got to win the league first. And if you win the league, then you can become the Real Madrid of the Premier League and just start chasing the Champions
That's
League.
dynasty status, man. With this Liverpool squad, it's a
That's-
dynasty in the making. Once they get a taste for any silverware, like 3 years, no trophies.
But
I mean,
But they've been building.
it's a lifestyle
If-
change.
If you can,
It's
a moral
learning how to
victory.
finish out games.
No, yeah, but if you can put something together, man, win a couple trophies, even League Cup, like anything.
you
Came
need
close
to
with
get
the
that
Europa.
first taste.
You've been in finals, but yeah, win the league, man. If you win the league, that's a statement. With this team, you got people like Robertson and Alexander-Arnold winning the league, getting that experience,
I'm open for both.
becoming a champion. Yeah, dude, it's scary. Hopefully they choke like they did against Chelsea, playing bullshit soccer. Oh yeah, philosophy out the window. We're gonna pack it in like Jose parked the
Dude,
bus.
I'm not-
talking a lot about Liverpool. I mean,
Yeah.
Chelsea, like, Sarri is
Sarri's
he's
a
making
boss,
them
man.
balling them. Bro, like, you were mentioning, like, Jorginho's making a lot of passes. I think Huss said that. I'm like, bro, he makes, like, 700 passes a game.
He
like,
set the record last
That's-
game for like 189.
yeah,
Imagine if
he's
Sarri didn't go to
balling.
Chelsea and this guy was on City with Pep.
Oh, it'd be dangerous.
Oh,
man.
they would be
screwed.
They would
We'd
have
be
like
done.
5,000 passes a game as a team.
This
All-
guy just keeps it ticking.
But look how
Dude,
calm he
he's-
was
yeah.
with the ball.
Top
Every time he got
18,
the ball,
yeah.
if
matter
he
where.
didn't have it in front of him, he was not shy of just turning around, passing it back, and then right after that, you always saw him just slightly moving into space, and that's something that I've always talked on the show about, where American kids, they need to watch professional players.
That's
so
offensive.
So many times that when I'm coaching these kids, I'm like, raise your hand if you know this team or this player or this manager. So many times that most of the team, if not the entire team, don't raise their hand. They need to start watching, because there's a lot of midfielders in America, young kids, that try to run. Relax. Just get into space. Mind over matter, basically. Use your brain before your legs.
Use your brain.
No, it's funny you mentioned that, because when I went to, like, my old high school, saw my old high school coach, and I was like, hey, coach, like, I just got to say, like, if I started watching, I said soccer, but it's football. If I started watching football, like 2 years ago, I would have been like the best player on your team. And he said, bullshit. And I'm like, coach, like, I wake up at like 6 a.m. on Saturdays to watch soccer.
About
Like,
this life.
I watch how these teams play, and you can see the differences. I remember he had a championship game or something like that, like some like charity cup that they do. It's like, coach, play a 3-5-2. I guarantee you'll win it. And they hadn't won it in 7 years. That day after I said that, they won. Played a 3-5-2 and they won.
Well, I saw the biggest
X Factor.
difference.
Snack man.
I saw the biggest difference because,
Ah, man.
look, I coach
Coach,
a lot on the
put me
South
in.
Shore. There's, it's the South Shore bubble. Let's just say there's a lot of, white people loving American football, going to, parties. But then when I was coaching other teams, the same club, but other areas where there's a lot more Mexican or no, relax. Well, no, I'm talking about ethnic families where they love the game and they actually love it to the point where that's what they watch. They don't watch baseball. They don't watch basketball. So when I coached those kids, they were doing Maradona. They were screaming out these famous players because that's who they want to be. They were doing triple, quadruple scissors just out of nowhere. They're doing the CR7 chop at 7 years old. They're hitting the ball from probably 15 yards. That's what I'm saying. Where this is a lifestyle change for this.
They're doing Rabonas. They're doing
no, legit.
Kicks.
At like 9 years old.
Okay, I have no comment really for that. But other than that, it's just the culture, man. Like, it's not American culture.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all it is.
It's improving,
We
though.
know that,
It's
yeah.
getting there. It's getting there. So this one ends.
But we are getting there, man. Clint Dempsey. But now Pulisic. Pulisic is the future. You know, no World Cups don't
Timothy
help.
Weah is the future, bro.
Timothy Weah is the future also, man.
Dog.
Hopefully he's not all hype. Which I don't think he is.
He's been
But, man,
performing.
just talking about going back to Sarri, he was hilarious after this game. He's like, I didn't know we were that good. He's like, I didn't know we were as good as the leaders. You know, I didn't know we were up there. Like,
That's a good test, man. It's a good test for them. They lost to a wonder goal. You
They
know,
did.
so like
And
when
they
that
did-
happens,
they didn't break their
Not
style.
not lost. Yeah, sorry, they lost the lead to a wonder goal. My bad. Yeah, so they did get a point, and it's a good test for them, man. Especially bouncing back from last season.
Especially for
They got
Sarri.
no
A lot of
Champions
people,
League. Yeah,
a lot of people doubted him coming into this. So it's like, because like they have a trend now where they win the league, they fire their manager. They have a bad year, fire their manager, win the league. Have a bad year, fire their manager, and then like question mark, can they win the league this year? And like, I mean, honestly,
You know what that does though? It gives you no pressure. It's a no pressure situation. You know,
yeah.
like Jose had kind of a pressure situation coming into such a big club in like a bad situation. Pep didn't really have much pressure because he had great foundation. But Sarri's under the radar, man. Jose was making a big stink. Sarri just kind of snuck in there, brought his guy from Napoli and Jorginho, who pushes Conte further forward.
it says a lot about Italian managers, man. The fact that Conte came in
So
and
diverse.
won a double, and then Sarri now is making noise. Even if he doesn't win, like we gotta admit, like if they
It's a
finish
style
top
change, though.
three,
It
it's
changes
a-
the whole style.
he
They are
improved
top
them,
3 at
yeah.
the moment. I don't think they're going to win the league for this main reason.
Against judging by this game, though.
Yeah, no, judging by this game right now, I don't think they're going to win the league because when they brought on Barkley and Morata, everything
That was
changed.
a bad
Liverpool
drop-off.
started,
Yeah,
there's a
big
huge
drop-off.
drop-off.
Yeah.
Liverpool started doing some great things when they came in because the position, when they got the ball at their foot, not just so much their first touch, but the decision making was just off compared to the stars. I mean,
Yeah,
Kovacic
sure.
is just better than Barkley, and
But at
Giroud
least-
is playing better than Morata,
At least they got Fabregas coming back.
who's linked
he's
with other
scheduled.
clubs because he doesn't want to be on the bench.
Yeah, exactly. But he was injured, you know, so like he's coming back. So that's still a step up. If they sit Kovacic and put in Fabregas for certain games, they don't lose too much there. So at least in the midfield, they're fine. But yeah, when you look at the forward position, when Giroud is not in there, it's not doing well. But with him,
Dude, Morata's
at what
a bust.
point-
I'm so glad he didn't come to United.
at what
Like, would you
point?
be happier with Snacks or Morata? I mean, Snacks.
Then I said Morata. I feel that.
Lukaku or Morata.
I mean, is there an option C where I kill myself? Like,
Yeah, Rashford.
You have a gun with
Rashford.
You have a gun with
Yeah,
two
no,
bullets.
but that's a good point. I mean, we have Rashford. I mean, did you see his backheel goal? I mean, we could transition into Man United and
No.
West Ham if you want, but his backheel goal was sick. Like Lukaku was absent that game. Like they're both not. I mean, like if I have to,
Who would
pick,
you rather have just in a vacuum, as we say?
honestly, I'd probably take Morata.
You're high, man.
I'd take Morata just to spite you and spite
Okay.
Tiki.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that one ends 1-1, man. Good test for Chelsea. Could have won this one, lost with that one to go. But Liverpool, again, man, they're making strides and reasons.
I mean,
why
if
they should be
Shaqiri
there.
if Shaqiri puts that ball in, this very well could have been a stolen 3 points by Liverpool, and that would have just been adding to the magic of this season for Liverpool. That would have been
Right,
huge,
Dude, if
Fucking magic.
if Allison did make 2 wonder saves on breakaways, it'd be 3-0.
and that adds to the magic of the season for them.
the magic of
Fuck.
football.
I mean, that's
The
what
magic
happens when
of
you
Liverpool.
Spend $70 million on a keeper, you're getting some quality. I mean, you
Yeah.
spent the money, and you guys see that's the
I've
problem.
only spent $70 million on a striker. Oh, you did.
No, you guys. No, I'm not rashing on you for spending money. I'm not saying like that's a bad thing.
It
And,
needs
like,
to be done.
That's the thing. That's the way football is. Like it's changing. Like if you want to win, I heard I don't know
Quality
who it
over
was.
quantity.
They say it. They're like, listen, if you're not making changes every year, you're not improving. Like that's the thing.
What's up, Spurs?
Like if you look at Tottenham, like Tottenham are still a really good team, but come on, they're not going to win the league. They're not.
They're
And,
dropping.
Like,
They're dropping. Well, they had Lucas Moura sort of, and he's helped them, but they are dropping off right now.
yeah, and like you know what I mean. Like people are questioning Harry Kane. Is he tired? Like Human Son coming back from the Asian. Like it's just questions like that, and it's like they didn't sign anyone, and I mean they didn't make any changes. They're the same exact team as they were last year. Like what can you argue for them saying like, oh, they might have another year of experience in the Premier League playing together and stuff like that. But like when City's buying Mahrez as a backup right winger, Liverpool spent like a gajillion dollars on Alisson. Like can't compete with that.
Yeah, speaking of City, they beat Brighton 2-0. TCB game here could have easily been another City 4-5-6-0 game. Brighton did okay to try to, hold on as hard as they could, but City just dominant. TCB here.
Seeing as they beat Cardiff 9-0 last week, the fact that Brighton kept it respectable too, shows that City, they can be stopped. They will be stopped.
They can be. Wolves found a way to make them stumble, so they're not this unbeatable team.
But Sane back in the team.
That's what kills you. Yeah.
His first game back, scores 2 minutes into the game. Now he's getting assists in the first half.
Well, that wasn't even pretty much Sterling. That was all Sane. He's starting to play. He's starting to start. Sane, he's so quick with the ball, going left or right, anywhere he goes. He's so quick with his feet. And when they got that ball down, that was a perfect pass to Sterling on the other side. He fired that ball. And yes, it was great by Sterling to be able to get that foot on the other end. But when he put that ball, that was practically perfect because you had the other defender coming in, and he had roughly 12 inches. 12 inches space to put that ball into space. If he puts in, and he put it there.
I was just weirded because you said 12 inches. I was like, you could have just said a foot.
Yeah.
No, I have to say,
not all feet are the same.
Sterling is like I disrespected him. We've all disrespected him. I don't know.
Don't say all.
Not all. Maybe when I say all, I mean me and like my friend group.
Hussy.
And Huss.
I didn't disrespect him. I told you what he needed to improve on.
He's turning it around. He's more clinical. Like that goal he scored. Like I guarantee you, like 2 years ago, that's sailing. That's it.
No. He scores that.
Or he's not in position.
He scored. No,
he's been doing that since Liverpool. Man.
Those are the goals he does score. Those are the money makers he's been getting paid to do.
That's bread and butter.
Yeah, he's always been doing that because he's been fast, get in front of the goal, tap it in. It's the long shot that I was talking about. But the Sterling goal, the Aguero goal, basically right off the goal kick, they won it, pass it to Aguero. He turns, takes on multiple defenders. I'm blaming Proper on this one completely because if you see him, you see Aguero kind of drifting to the right, and then he comes right back in. Because Proper was dazing out, he didn't fill in that gap and allowed him to come to the left. And then when Aguero did go to his left and started going towards the goal, Proper he stuck. He just put his leg out and hoped to God that he could make a stop. But nope, Aguero goes right by him, passes the ball, gets it back in the middle, and puts the ball in nice and easy.
You got to give Sterling credit as well on that one for running and opening an angle for Aguero to run into that space, and he rewards him by squaring it, man. What a beautiful goal.
Sterling was fire, man. He can play in the front three. Gareth Southgate, you idiot. I don't know why you play him in the front two at the World Cup. Because you see how deadly he is out wide. Yeah. It's ridiculous. He can go down the middle. Maybe he can do it, more successfully as he gets older, like Sanchez used to do it at Arsenal, or Aguero can do for City, but. Yeah, down the flank, he's unstoppable. He had so many chances. Forced a great save out of the goalkeeper.
Yep.
He's quick.
Now, if England weren't idiots, imagine this front three. You got Kane, Sterling, and Zaha.
Rashford.
I know, but even
Rashford, Kane, and Sterling. You fucking kidding me, Gareth Southgate? Or Zaha, dude? You kidding me?
Yeah, but if Zaha came,
right, You know how I feel about that.
Imagine a front three of. Imagine if Zaha committed to England. Imagine a front two of Zaha and Harry Kane.
Yeah, but where you put Sterling?
That's a good call.
Just outright?
You don't.
You put him in the Lingard position. Just let him float.
Okay, I guess, but I like him out wide because he uses speed correctly.
Yeah,
for sure, man.
Sergio Aguero widely disrespected.
By who?
I think
in your friend group.
No. I think when I look at it,
one of the best
2
in the
years
world.
ago when Gabby Jesus came on, Pep was benching Aguero in favor of Jesus.
At first, yeah.
But he was sending a message.
You know why? He was sending a message. It had nothing to do with his abilities because Aguero was one of those guys who didn't train.
I'm not saying that Aguero, people are disrespecting him because Aguero is
the only one
Aguero is one of the best Premier League players of all time.
No, the only one that disrespects him is the Argentina head coach. That's the only guy that disrespects Aguero.
That's politics, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But the goal Aguero had, man, he shows his worth. Gabby's not building that play. He doesn't have the experience yet. Or the intelligence. Beautiful run. Starts the play from half. Runs all the way down. Gets his own pass back. Great finish.
Is Aguero?
And he's scoring 20-plus goals a season, so it's undeniable. Crazy, it's like, Pep, look at my numbers, man. You can't keep me off the fucking field.
I think what I meant by that is like Pep, because when I saw him score this, I was just like, why would he start Jesus? I know Jesus had he started off the Premier League on fire, and then he said that comment. He's like, I thought the Premier League would be harder, and last year he had a good year, but ever since the World Cup, Jesus has been He's not been good. He hasn't.
No.
It's
You know what I mean?
quiet.
He came in hot as hell though. His first few games, man, he was unstoppable.
He scored like 2 goals in like
Yeah.
extra time against Swansea.
January
like,
transfer.
Yeah. And
So when we talk about Aguero, we talking top 3 Premier League striker of all time.
Top 2, man. Look at his numbers,
Yeah,
man.
him,
He's
Shearer.
Ruben Nistelrooy, Henry, Shearer.
I'd say
Top
I-
3
Wayne
is
Rooney.
debatable.
I'd
Top
say
3.
Shearer, Aguero, Henry. I could see that.
No, dude, how dare you disrespect Henry? He was
I'd-
way better than Aguero.
No, not in order, but those 3
Okay,
would
yeah,
be.
okay,
Yeah, no, those would be the 3 up there. I'd say before
Henry's
Dennis
X
Roy.
factor would be his leadership. You know, Aguero's not a leader. If you had to
It's
boil
all
it down,
of it, bro.
you know,
World Cup.
that's a lot. That's a lot
Like,
to
he's
it.
got it all, dude.
So there's also been reports with Sterling wanting more money,
Give it
being
to him.
linked to Madrid.
Let him go.
let him go.
Let
Do you
him,
think-
Let
do
him
you
and
think-
Hazard go, man.
Do you think this kid's ready for Madrid right now?
Next season, yeah, why not?
Gareth Bale is.
Why
From the
hell
way
not?
he's improving with his shot, which we've already seen a couple
All of
times
it.
this year,
Why not?
and his decision making from the last 2 years, he's been getting better. I mean, if you have Gareth Bale on one side and then you have Sterling on the other, try to keep up.
Exactly.
Just try
He's
to
ready.
keep up.
He's
They're,
ready.
I don't know,
they're,
Gareth Bale's
they're going to get
slowing
pulled
down.
over for going too fast. They're going to be getting speeding tickets on the
Like a
field.
speeding ticket Bale got.
Like Nice Snack said, though, Gareth Bale isn't going to be fast for too long.
He's slowing
A lot
down.
of hamstring injuries, a lot of injuries.
Yeah, but you're saying he's slowing down.
He's
He
still
was
fast.
running at Olympic speed at one point.
I think Gareth.
So even if he slows down, he's still really, really fast.
and it's
still
not
at
even
95.
that, not even about being fast. Gareth Bale is like a quality footballer too.
Yeah,
on top of that,
for
like
sure.
I remember, I don't know if I think it was preseason. He played like an outside the foot Schürrle to whoever their striker was, and their striker scored. And I was like, Gareth Bale like wasn't doing that when he first got to Madrid. Like he was beating people with speed and scoring like screamers, but like his playmaking
His touch
ability.
is still dodgy a bit, but yeah.
Yeah, but he's the
He's
speed
got-
to catch up to it.
He's gotten better. He's
Yeah,
really
he's-
technically
I mean,
he's improved.
Put it this way: would you, if you were Madrid, would you rather see Sterling or Salah?
Salah.
I don't know. I think you got to wait till the end of the summer.
No, but I mean, right now, if you had to
Hazard.
choose, because Salah had one really good season and a couple okay, but
Dude, I
Sterling
don't
has
know.
been consistent pretty much throughout, and he's
Yeah, but like, he put up 40 goals.
Yeah.
Salah put up 40. Like Sterling, as consistent as he was, and I think it's still a close race. But like Madrid want guys who are ready. This dude put in 40 goals in the Premier League on Liverpool. You know, like it's not like it was Bayern Munich or anything. Liverpool were definitely good, but like it's because this guy put up 40 freaking goals. So
I think I'm just hoping
I
that
think you just
Sterling
gotta go
keeps doing
safe.
well, so Madrid leaves Salah alone.
yeah,
Don't talk, my boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
go for Sterling.
That's not
He
a
used to
bad
be a
wish,
Liverpool
man.
guy.
Yeah.
Speaking of making wishes, West Ham 3,
Oh, here we go.
Man United 1.
And so it begins.
Roughness here. Absolute roughness.
Yeah, there was no
All
lube on
kinds
this
of
game.
rumors. Huh?
There was no lube on this game.
Dude, I mean,
This was rough.
there was plenty of lube, man. You see how easily they passed through United? No, it was like the
Yep.
ball was covered in petroleum jelly.
Yeah, but you felt this one. You
Bro,
felt this
it
loss.
was-
I'm numb.
It was
I'm numb right now.
it was literally
numb to it all.
from the get go. Like you saw the team selection, you're just like, all right, word Mourinho. Like
Game
I like
game over.
Scott McTominay starting at center back. Like it's just hold it.
Look,
Just
I
hold the
wanted
L.
him to start, but not as a center back.
Yeah.
I thought he was pretty good last year as a holding mid because he was a dirty play, like a dirty work type of player where he just got down and dirty, got the ball, passed it forward.
He's simple, yeah. He's very simple. He's very direct. He keeps the ball. He listens to his coach. That's why Jose.
And like, and that's the thing with
Jose's always blowing him.
Strong, very strong as well.
no, the thing with Jose is like this was a bad week for us. Like before the game even started, like the training ground bust up with Pogba. Apparently, there's a leak that he like Mourinho's a mole and he set the whole thing up. I don't know if it's true or not, but you look at like the whole team selection. That's like one thing. It's like and like the tactics were just like it was like the same way we played against Tottenham and we got destroyed by Tottenham. You know what I mean? Like just from the very get go, you were just like, this is not going to be good, and like it wasn't. It didn't end up being good.
But you
And,
know
like,
what's crazy, man, is that like last year when we played against Man City the first game, we got smoked. You know, we had like no plot. Second game we ended up beating them. Pogba had 2 goals, I think.
legend.
We played him off the pitch. But the difference in those two different sides that we can put out, it's ridiculous. It's like one team is firing, they do everything correctly. There's a plan. There's something, you know, something they can envision. But games like this against West Ham, a shit West Ham that is under a resurgence, tied Chelsea at the weekend or in the Carabao Cup.
Beat Everton recently.
I mean, they turned it around certainly. Pellegrini's got it right. You know,
But they started off the season
take
slow.
nothing
You're
away
right.
from them. But yeah, you're losing 3-1 against them, and there was no direction. No one had ideas. There's no creativity. Well, we had the ball. What do we do with it?
And like, where does that stem from, though, Al? Like, that's my thing. Like,
I think it's starting to become Jose's issue. Like his
starting.
I think he's losing the locker room with a performance like this. How many guys follow Pogba? You know, a lot of the team.
Martial. There was a report that like Pogba and Mourinho, they had their problems, and like I think it was Lukaku, Michael Carrick, and Matic were the three players that I like was named that they were like on Mourinho's side, and they distanced themselves away from Pogba. But like Lingard, Rashford, two players from the academy. Martial, who's been like who's not from the
French
academy, but he's
well.
a young French player. Like these players that are kind of core to our team. I mean, I'm not saying Lukaku and Matic aren't, for better or for worse. They're part of the core group as well, but like Pogba's like getting support, and like you're right, Jose is losing the locker room, and it's like you look at everything, like 3 losses in 7 games in September for Manchester United, coming off a second place finish and an FA Cup
I
final.
was saying this stat. It was a tie for the
worst start in
United history.
Tied worst start in the Premier League era, which is 92. That's with David Moyes, 2015. 2013, and then before that was 1990. Fergie.
So, you're not done? My bad. I thought you were.
I was gonna say something. What were we saying next? Oh, well, yeah, dude. We didn't lose 3 games last year until December. We're not even out of September. Already lost 3 games. We're in 10th place, 8 points off first, whatever it is. Ridiculous. 10 points off first.
I thought this was going to be a lot harder, but so what do you guys think? So, like, because like for me personally, like I don't mean to interrupt Huss, but it's like with Mourinho, like, bro, it was after the Brighton game, and I'm like, okay, like we lost to Brighton last year, but we got played off the park by Brighton. Like, if we lose to these teams 1-0, it's like an edgy, like everyone's going for it all
20
out,
shots.
and we lose the game. That's fair. Like they were just more clinical that day.
Yeah.
But bro, this game we lost to who else did we lose to? We lost to West Ham. Brighton, and then who else?
Dude, Brighton have 2 wins.
Tottenham.
Brighton have 2 wins in the last like 12 games, and they both came against United this season and last season. That's ridiculous.
I don't know if I don't know if I fully blame Jose though. Hear me out on this. Hear me out on this, because when he retires and he comes out with his book, I hope that he puts what players that he was hoping for this transfer market, because that could make the difference. Because the number one need for this United team is consistent players. At the moment, this is a FIFA team. This is a bunch of players with good skill and a bunch of players that should be good because they had potential when they're younger. But look at so basically, you need consistent players to do their job day in, day out. They might not get all the stats, they might not get all the glory, but they are considered legends at the club because they do their job. Wingers, forwards, all these strikers, they are up and down type of positions. I'm okay if they get cold and then they get hot. You need those guys to show other guys to show up every single time. So Sanchez, Lukaku, Martial, way too inconsistent, obviously. Pogba, he's too emotional because if he's a kid kicking his toys at times. So the main thing is Jose. He needs consistent leaders. And if you get the top players to buy in, everyone else buys in. Let's look at his other teams. You got Chelsea. Way back in the day, you had Lampard, Terry, Cech. If you go even further down with Chelsea, they had Aspie, Courtois. Oh, yes, I forgot Essien. These are players that just did their job consistently every single... Wait, no, I'm going to keep on going real quick. Inter had Julio Cesar. They had Zanetti, Snyder, Cambiaso. But fun fact, Arnautovic was on the 2010 treble team for Inter, by the way. So anyways, Madrid, you could go on. Casillas. Casillas. Then we got Pepe, Ramos, Carvalho, and then we've talked about Carvalho. Let's go into Porto with Carvalho, Vieira, Deco. But right now, United has De Gea and
Matic, I guess you could.
Maybe Matic. It used to be Valencia, but now he's getting older. But that's what I'm saying.
English.
You have one rock. You have one brick.
He can't even speak English. How can he be a leader?
You can't build a wall with one brick. Luckily for United, that's a very big brick with De Gea, but you're still going to let up goals. You're still not going to get to the pedestal that you need to get to with one consistent player game in, game out. No one else is consistent on that team.
So I blame Jose.
So who do you blame for that? Yeah,
I blame Jose because...
depends on who he's looking for.
Let me just say this.
I know. He
Let me just say this.
No, but Tiki asked me. The point is, it depends on who Jose was trying to get this summer. If he was trying to get those consistent players.
Backs. He wanted 2 center backs.
And if they're very consistent, that's the spine of the team. It depends on who he's trying to get.
Dude, he had two
transfer windows to get it right. Like there comes a point where you got to be like, it's like if you give you have a kid, right? and if you give your daughter like a piece of candy, and she'll do all of her chores if you give her a piece of candy, like at some point you have to like say like, no, you're gonna clean your room regardless if I give you candy or not. Like with like Woodward had to cut him off at some point. He's like, listen, I want you to win trophies,
but
and I want
he's
you to
trying to tell him to
would-
clean his room with a broken broom.
You had
Dude, I would
Lindelof,
literally-
you had Eric Bailly, you had Eric Bailly on the bench. Excuse me, Tiki. Jose's trying to make a point. Oh, I wanted. He did it already.
He
this
wanted
season.
Bonucci.
He
That'd
did-
be a
no.
that would
But
be
he
a
already
rock
did it.
type
I
of
want
player.
a center back. I didn't get
Consistent.
one, so I'm going to play a center mid kid in a position he doesn't have a lot of experience in at
he
all.
doesn't have experience playing
And
in
I
the
have
league
a center
in
back,
general.
Eric Bailly, I can easily put back there, being
And-
much more reliable than a kid. And the third goal was down to him not knowing the position.
And you can't really blame
That's
him
frustrating.
to that.
Because that's an obvious fix
Yeah.
to me.
No, it is Mourinho throwing his toys without, necessarily
But dude, he's
going in the media.
He's
But, like,
destroying
to-
it for the fans.
And he's destroying it for the player.
And
There's
the
no need for
players.
McTominay to go through that.
But
know?
I
every
want to hear
team-
your thoughts, T, because like you've been awkwardly quiet during this whole.
No, man, I'm just
Well, Huss had his
listening.
fucking notes out,
Well,
ranting and
no,
raving.
but the thing is, every single team Jose's ever had, he needs professional players. Right now, United doesn't have professional players besides De Gea
that shouldn't
and
finished
Valencia and maybe Matic.
that shouldn't limit him though, man. This team is a plenty.
But that's
of
the
talent.
way his style goes, so he needs those type of players.
Okay.
Whenever he goes to a team, look how many players he brings in from those other teams.
Dude, he did it last year. Look at last year, second place,
FA Cup
most
final.
points since Ferguson.
I think I found
FA Cup final, which we should have won. Maybe he fucked up. Who knows?
Put up Phil Jones.
But
Starting Phil Jones.
Look,
now.
he got got
Yeah,
by
right.
Lukaku. Lukaku has been very inconsistent.
Yes.
His
Let's go, you
potential,
guys.
his potential rate is
it's-
high, very high.
not.
But he's not gonna be Drogba. And
He
look,
could be.
We don't know.
Alexi,
We
but
don't
Alexi,
know.
fine,
I
fine.
mean, this
fine,
kid's a
fine.
baby.
Alexi Sanchez also, he
Trash.
got by that. That should have been a very good one. Martial
Should've
should
been.
be very good.
Martial wasn't his purchase though.
Yeah, but okay. Well, anyways, he brought in Matic, very good. He brought in Pogba right before, right?
Pogba was his,
That
like,
should be really
last-
good.
yeah.
Bailly, he thought a little bit better.
But
Now, if he
considering-
got one or two more quote unquote consistent leaders, which Bonucci, if you got him, and then I don't know who the other player would be,
Toby Alderweireld,
that changes
Maguire.
everything.
That's why
Look at Conte on France. He's a consistent player. That means he does all the dirty work, gives the ball to Pogba, and Pogba even mentioned him in those interviews because that's how good Conte is. Just do your job, give him the ball, and let him work.
No, but that's the difference is that's not how Mourinho tells Pogba to play. And that's why there's a beef, basically. It's Pogba wants that, okay, Matic win the ball, give me the ball, let me work. And it works to a certain extent, but the Premier League is a different league, man. You saw it against Wolves. He's the one who lost the ball at midfield, trying to dribble, trying to do his Pogba thing, which I love. But it's like if you don't have the work rate to drop back when you lose the ball, or the decision making actually is an even better thought. To decide to dribble and without looking behind you and saying, okay, if I lose this ball, these guys are in. He's still that young kid, a bit of arrogance, and I love him for it, the spirit, but it doesn't work for Mourinho, man. Whether these two get along or not, the systems just don't work. And Woodward has a decision to make. If he is deciding to fire Jose, he's got to do it now. He's got to do it and get a manager in there nice and early so you can
We
at
still
least
have-
try to rebuild
We
with
can at least
Pogba.
get top four. It's only 7 games. Is it 7 games?
If he doesn't, Pogba has to leave in January. He just has to. Like, if it doesn't improve, is what I'm saying. Like, as far as playing, I don't care if they like each other
don't need
off
to.
the field. They
They
don't
need to
need
throw. They need to throw a bucket of cash at Alonso and bring him out of retirement. Bring him in. Put him behind
Xabi Alonso?
Yeah, Xabi Alonso. Put him behind
Like-
Matic.
We talked-
Let him run the show.
We talked
Let
about
Pogba run.
We talked about Alexis Sanchez too. He traveled with the squad, but he wasn't even in the roster for the match. Left
Tiki,
him,
your
left him
guy,
in
man.
reserves.
What happened?
Dude, I don't know what's
There's
happening
talk
with
of him
him.
getting transferred out just this January,
January,
possibly
yeah.
just a year after he transferred in.
He's not happy. He trained, and apparently there was Mourinho cut into him during training during the week. So apparently he's not training
Dude,
well.
Jose wants to get fired. If he gets
could be
fired
it.
before the end of the year, he gets a £12 million severance package.
Look, I don't know, man. Look,
Dude, he's got
Jose-
one eye on that. But dude, he's throwing the season. He's doing
I
the
don't
season.
think he.
I
I think
don't
he
wanna
is,
win-
but
I
I
don't
don't
wanna
think
say
it's
it,
for the
man.
money, man. Like
I knew this could
I respect
happen.
him so much. Like I don't think he's doing this for the money. Of
Come to
course,
the dark side, Al.
Dude, and this was always a threat with Jose, and I never believed it to happen. I always had his back up until like this past week with the Pogba training session bullshit that he knew cameras were there. I mean, I don't know what to believe anymore. I really don't. He's-
but it sounds like you believe.
I don't know what they said. I don't know. I give up. I've given up. I just got to go with the tide. If they get rid of Jose, if they get rid of Pogba, I don't know what's going to happen.
Listen, like, the thing with, like, if we were winning consistently, if we had won the league, his first season, his second season, whatever season, like, none of this would be coming up.
Fine.
Right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't have mattered.
Or couldn't leave.
Yeah, and he like, but, like, the thing is Mourinho does this recently. Like, if you look at what happened when he left Chelsea, like, everybody knows, like, us as pundits, we know that it was because he just wasn't playing the right system for the team that he had. Like, he's doing the same thing now, and he's trying to get away. It's like, well, it's not my fault. Like, for example, you were mentioning Alexis didn't travel with the squad. He's not training well.
Or he did travel,
right?
but didn't play.
Like, he said in the press conference, well, people have been saying, like, start Martial there.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I decided to start Martial. Like, he's not saying, like, I started Martial because I think against Isha Diop. Like, no, he's not giving Martial any credit, and he's not blaming Alexis. He's just saying...
He's creating a toxic environment, dude. He's creating all this negativity, no sunlight, and it's
that's the thing. And, like, bro, like, I understand, like, Pogba, Matic, like, Fred. I actually see what you were saying last week about Fred. He's just not good defensively. He's a Brazilian.
Stop saying he's not good defensively, man.
He doesn't track.
Fucking not, man.
He doesn't track.
Him and Pogba are the same defensive work rate. When he's in position,
no way, dude. This guy works on defense.
Dude, when he's in position, defends well. The problem is he gets caught on the wrong
Let
side
him
a
learn.
lot. I know.
Let
that's
him get
all
there.
me and Snacks are saying.
He
like
still
he's
defends
good.
well when he's in the right when the ball's there.
Yeah, but like we need
way
more
better
than
than
that. That's
Pogba.
why
I'm not saying he's a bad
like,
player.
No,
I'm just saying,
why,
like, on the defensive side of the ball, he's
He
not
loses
there.
a
And,
lot.
like, there's no reason why he can't get there. But, like for us, like, if I were to have named a player we should have got
He's
to
a
do that
baller.
role, Raja Nainggolan should have been that guy, in my opinion.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Even this
Yeah,
year.
he's coming off an injury too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
2 years ago
that
would've been
type
magical.
of player, that, like,
Yeah.
bulldozer midfielder
Vidal,
who can drive the
Vidal
ball.
as well.
Vidal
yeah,
5
back
years
in the
ago.
day,
Well,
yeah.
not even Vidal could have just came in this year because
He's toast.
No, he's
you
not
gotta
completely
no,
toast.
Schweinsteiger don't buy
Yeah.
old players. Alexis
But-
Sanchez was one of the
No,
old guys to buy.
Schweinsteiger.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
at
Alexi.
the
Matic
moment, right now, it
Matic.
almost seems as if Jose, because you brought up the whole Martial thing, people want Martial, I'll give you Martial. He's not so much, he's almost managing, not so much to prove people wrong, to prove that he's right.
No, but that's not
Rather than winning, he's almost
Well, that's-
like, I'd
and
rather
that-
be right than
Yeah.
win.
And that's it. And, like, that's the thing is like, at this point, it's evident, it's, like, eventual that, like, the club is going to either part ways with him or Pogba. And for
it's the
me-
third season.
and
It's the Mourinho third
I
season.
tweeted
is,
that
though.
out.
I can't believe
we-
it's happening, man.
Right.
I never believed it.
At your
Like,
baby. At your baby.
And I
dude,
just
whatever,
and I-
man. I believed. I had faith, and he
Everyone had faith. I thought.
he fucked me
I mean,
over.
Dude,
dude.
all right.
I can't-
Look,
I had faith.
It's
for you
rough
guys.
for United, man, but let's relax, man. 7 games in, you guys.
No, dude. The season's not over yet. But if he can't turn around, if we don't fire him, get someone else in there that can turn it around. At this point, I'm just all about the club. I've lost my loyalty to Jose up until this point. I've had his back. I still kind of have his back.
No, you don't. You hate him.
I don't. I will never hate Jose. You know, but
Jose's that girl
But-
that
but-
everyone warns you about. Be like, nah, I want to take a chance though, and then she breaks your heart every time. You know, it's like, oh no, I'm gonna marry this guy. Wait, why are you saying that? Well, I guess we can't be together anymore.
So
It happens time and time
Sounds like
again.
you're speaking from memory, Huss.
Yeah, I love
speaking
Jose.
from the heart.
let me say something. Listen, I want to back every player on this team. Lukaku's not a good striker. He's not. He scored 4 goals this season for us, I think. 4, right? But like,
Four
In
goals
how
in
many
7
games?
One of
Come
them-
on, what are we
One of them
talking
was
about?
this. One of them was a back heel. One of them, was, dude. 4 goals in 7 games.
Dude,
Who
that's-
else is scoring? Who else is getting assists on this team? Where's Jesse Lingard? Where's
That's
the
the
squad?
question, man. Where's
Where's the
Lingard?
squad?
He's
Where's
coming,
the
bro.
team? No
he
one's
wasn't even in the
freaking
team.
playing.
No.
Give him a chance to play, and he'll come.
Dude, he's been
He's
playing
been playing
all...
non-stop, dude.
He started, bro. He's been
Bro,
starting this whole time.
and that comes back down to the tactics of Jose Mourinho, the way he sets up his team. Bro, I guarantee you, before every game, when him and Pogba were on good terms, Pogba, get the ball, do you, and that's it. There's no sense of direction. Pep is like, listen, if you get the ball at this position, at this latitude and longitude, I want you to play the ball 3 inches this way, and I want you to do a 90-degree angle. Like, bro, everything's calculated. Like, with Mourinho, it's like, just don't get scored on, and that's it. And it's like, even Louis van Gaal had a system. It was, don't lose the ball. Just keep possession no matter what. And, like, look at Martial. Martial,
Those
breakout
days are
season.
awful.
Rashford,
Yeah.
breakout season. And look at those 2 players now because of Mourinho's tactics. Like, Martial, like, it was funny because there was a report in the summer that he wanted to leave. And I was like, I don't buy it. Even if his agent came and told me, I don't buy it because his agent also said he would have left now if it wasn't for the fans. It's not because he doesn't like the club. It's because he doesn't like Jose.
Yeah,
And
no, definitely. Martial, I don't blame him. If he wanted to leave, I was happy for him. I was like, dude, this kid's talented. Like,
Should've went to
Jose's gonna
Spurs.
treat him like shit. But look, now he's playing, man. And like, this is
And he was
to be
he did
fair,
not he was
Mourinho-
not that bad against West Ham.
He was not that bad, but like, like when you get your chance, when Shaqiri comes on for Liverpool, he's playing out of his mind. Like he's not scoring, he's not getting assists.
He's playing for something.
You can see the fire. When what's his name at
what club?
I just lost my City. Oh, Mahrez. When Mahrez came on, you could see, okay, he's not quite clicking. He's being a little bit selfish, but like there was fire. When Martial comes on, he should have that fire.
But I think it's just his demeanor.
Not demeanor, but I don't mean fire like face passion, but like he dribbles, loses the ball, jogs back.
I don't know. He ate some defender on the line.
He did.
He's
Was
like,
it
but there are
Zabaleta,
a couple-
I think, or Fabian?
Yeah,
Valbuena?
like he'll do well to
Dustin.
dribble, man. But like there's got to be that defensive pride, and United seems to have lost that. And Mourinho, to his fault, he's not really inspiring them to find it. But he knew it going into the season. He said we need center backs.
We need a center midfielder. We have Pereira, Andres Pereira. Why is Marouane Fellaini playing against West Ham? Like, where's the physical threat really?
I don't know.
besides
Fellaini's been one of our
Arnautovic?
best players this season. I think just on the
But
form.
dude,
he's
Yeah,
But
playing.
for
like,
this
but he's
game,
not-
for this game, I feel like you needed a
Fuck
ball.
it, dude.
Even
You're gonna
Pereira.
play physical every game. He's been playing physical. He's been
Exactly.
playing
Well-
every game. We can play physical. Can we play?
He's supposed to be a role play, like a squad
Yes,
play.
come in
Use
every
him
now and
for-
then. He starts
yeah,
every
Look,
fucking
the
game.
first game, the first goal, that was class by
Offside?
Felipe
It was
Anderson.
offside.
It was,
was
maybe
offside.
by an inch, but
Oh, come on.
Defense-
I said it was offside,
He
it
could
was
be.
a goal.
He could be.
It's
It
not-
was
could be.
offside.
The linesman was
Fact.
right there too. I don't know his angle.
Fact.
It was
we
science.
had
It looked like
angle.
it looked like he was outside from
Yeah.
my point of view, but I don't know what the refs saw. But I mean,
The ref
then
didn't
again,
see shit apparently.
well, guess what? You know what? Even if he's offsides, still play defense.
No,
Yeah,
dude,
that's
it was a
the
great
main
goal,
thing.
but it was an offside goal.
Yeah.
When Liverpool gets
Then-
offside goals on him, we all say it was offside. It's goal.
Yeah,
Either
it
way,
looked like
counts.
offside.
Yeah.
To my point, I just don't
No,
know the
it
angle
was
because
offside.
when you
Didn't
see the
look
replay,
offside.
the linesman literally like
Fuck
right
off,
there.
Hussey. Yeah,
So-
great finish by Felipe Anderson.
So then you
Great
got the
dude.
own goal with
He had a great
Lindelof,
game.
Lindelof rather.
But yeah, that's
But that last goal, that's the main thing with me.
The Lindelof goal.
Lindelof goal.
Such a bullshit goal, man. Right before halftime. Oh, yeah, 1-0, get to halftime, maybe
That
make
deflection.
a sub. Fucking ridiculous. Like, Jose's not getting a lot of luck on the field with some of these freak goals that we've been conceding. But
But it's the third goal that I could say is more of a formation, Jose
Scott
Mourinho type of,
McTominay.
because McTominay's playing center back, doesn't really know where to be. The spacing between
was too wide.
the center backs
Yeah.
was enormous when he should have been shifting over more.
He made Noble look like De Bruyne. with
Oh my goodness,
ball
that pass
was
by
unreal.
Xavi.
Yeah. So look, Arnautovic,
He's a bad boy.
De Gea still looked pretty good. He looked pretty
Close to get.
calm and net when Arnautovic got that shot off, but he almost still saved it. And Arnautovic, we're seeing a new player right now because this guy, he's hitting them in. He
Yeah, he's
has
alright,
the
man.
confidence.
And you
This type
gotta-
of player, if he gets confidence, watch out.
And you got to give Pellegrini credit. I mean, he set his team up like perfectly to just absolutely just eat us. And bro, I told you, Issa Diop is not a good center back, but he looked good. He looked like Sergio Ramos against Lukaku today. Like Pellegrini knew. He's like, bro, stick to Lukaku. He's not going to do anything.
Dude, this guy.
Bang!
This guy shut down
Lukaku was
United.
a little unlucky though. He got that header off the post. Like
Yeah, I
if
saw
he has
that.
a bit of luck, that goes in. That's 1-1. Who
Where's
knows
the
what
clinicalness,
happens?
Man, I can't do it.
Dude, and
with
why
him.
is Ashley Young starting right back?
Valencia must be hurt?
Where's Diogo?
fitness.
Diogo?
Diogo played midweek.
Hey, didn't you
and
buy
he's
it?
gonna play
What?
Didn't
next
you
week.
start it right back?
He's gonna
Didn't
play
you buy
against-
one?
he's gonna play against
His
Valencia?
name's Darmian. Didn't you ever buy an outside back? This guy can't start over a midfielder.
No. Ashley
I mean-
Young's been playing full
Yeah,
back.
he's been playing
Left
really
back.
well.
He
but-
did a couple
No,
of
but
good balls
he's a
into the
fullback.
box from the right.
Yeah,
flank.
Ashley Young's delivery wasn't the problem. It was just we were just getting shut down, and like
It was that midfield, man. Like Al said it. We didn't need Fellaini for this game. You needed
Put
someone who
Herrera
could
in.
move
Play
the
Fred.
ball.
Herrera.
That's what I'm saying. Herrera or Mata. Okay, Mata maybe is a bit small.
Mata came on and he was
Or
not
play
looking good.
Pereira.
It's hard to not
Pereira,
like
Herrera.
Herrera or Pereira
Yeah.
because when they get the ball down to the foot, they're making intelligent passes.
Absolutely,
and they're
man.
getting
This was
to
a game for them.
spaces.
And they're crunching people.
Well, not
Side
even
tackling.
forget about
Yeah,
even
but
the
like, you
crunching
don't
part.
lose
But they're
passion,
holding
there's
possession.
passion, there's
But
fucking
they're
balls.
holding possession. That's the most important
That's
part.
it.
And they're making
They
smart
start
decisions
attacks, yeah.
rather than just trying to hit it out to the outside guys and trying to work their way up and let Sanchez dribble out of bounds or something.
Or even
Sanchez
Fred
is
in this
lost.
game.
Sanchez is
I know we lose
lost.
defensively, but like this, like West Ham are a team who've struggled to find wins, man. And
They beat
the
us.
tactics were negative. We put 5 at the back against West Ham. Like, why are we panicking?
Wants to lose.
They
And
literally play with Arnautovic. The tactic is give it to Arnautovic and go. Last week, finally, Yarmolenko showed up. But, like, it's been just give it to Arnautovic. Felipe Anderson looking special. He shows up against us. So it's like, do we really need 5 at the back?
Well, if
Could
they're
we have
playing
done it
5 at the
before?
back and they're that afraid of Arnautovic,
That's what I'm
get
saying.
Ashley Young to just man mark him. If you're that afraid of him,
Herrera to man
How are you
mark.
gonna go 5-on-1?
Oh yeah, Herrera too, but like
stupid.
So before we move, I know we got to move on because
Yeah,
we
yeah,
spent a lot
for
of.
sure, man.
My last question about it is, right now you got to pick. It's like
Ryan Giggs.
No, not who the manager is.
Oh, okay.
Mourinho or Pogba? Who's a better asset, and who would you keep? All things considered.
Pogba.
That's a great question.
Yeah, there it is. Huss answered he's a million-dollar
because
man.
look, it's only a matter of time until Jose starts up another dramatic scene, and he's going to be out within the next 2 years, anyways. Even
Bro,
if
2 years, he's gonna be out within the next 2 weeks.
Well, no, what I'm saying is if they do come back from this, they don't win the league. It's just going to be another set of drama next year about something else. Pogba, if he doesn't want to be there, fine, get rid of him. But if he wants to be there, we saw it with Chelsea. We saw rather than keeping the manager where other places would, like Arsenal, you got rid of the manager, and guess what? Chelsea goes up. Yeah, they go down, but they go up again.
They win titles.
They don't
Like the
stay
difference
plateau.
is they have a title-winning squad. You know what I mean? Like they have Hazard, Willian, Pedro. Like
Well,
United
Pogba
doesn't have
will
those
be
pieces.
a part of something like that. If you
Yeah,
get rid
like
of
the manager, you need the right manager to come in and build the squad.
that's fine with that. But who would you get to replace Pogba?
I don't know.
can't.
No,
Anyone, man.
Anyone to replace Pogba.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Dude,
sometimes
Pogba's not
No,
the best
I
player in
think
the
it-
world yet. You could bring in an older Modric. You know what I mean? Like, there's still guys who are better than him out there.
sometimes you bring someone in
Like
who's
even-
not as flashy, but is it more
Even
a better
Keita's
fit
better
for the
than him
team.
right
No,
now.
but I understand.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Keita's
talking
not
about
even
before
playing.
with the
He's
consistent
not
leaders.
even playing.
But I'm
Like,
okay with
Pogba's
switching
not-
managers because we saw this time
for
and time
sure.
again with Jose. It's the same old song.
Yeah, it's the same old song, except he wins when he gets his pieces.
He didn't get his pieces. That's the thing.
Exactly, but that's like, so you're firing him and not blaming the players at all. He said, we're weak in the back. The defense is struggling. I'm saying, man, give this man until December.
No, keep going. Keep giving him this, because I don't want him to get rid of him. But the thing is, No. I mean, honestly, like as a Jose fan, I think he does still need time because he is one of the best managers in the world.
Was.
But
one of
if
the
you're
best
not,
managers of the
but if you're not going to give him the pieces, and you're saying
Yeah.
play with what you got, sometimes
Let him
you
go.
just let him
Yeah.
go and bring in a manager that can play with what he's got.
Yeah.
So, okay, Al. Pogba or Mourinho? Tiki, if you want to answer first, like either or one of you.
I'm Mourinho for now, man. I'm still Mourinho for now.
So you'd rather get rid of
I don't know
Pogba?
if Jose is,
Today,
is-
yes, but next week, who the fuck knows, man? Like, Pogba played like shit against West Ham.
No, he did not play
Played
well. I
like
will
shit.
say.
He gave up the goal last week, and instead the media wants to blame Mourinho for calling him out for Instagramming during a game.
Listen, Jose's
Like-
not helping this out at all.
He's not. Fact,
Well,
he's not.
He's not helping it out at all. You can look at the lineup, and that's proof of it in other areas too. And Pogba's not doing shit to justify his case either. So it's like, who do I want?
They're
Like,
both just
dude,
throwing
they're
their
both-
fucking toys.
They're both just causing a shit show.
Here's the thing, right? You said like you can bring in an older Modric. Like I don't think Modric is leaving Madrid. Like
No,
when
no.
I look at
That
what's
was an
available
example.
for me to buy, if I were to sell Pogba, maybe they might be more sound defensively and stuff like that. But like what Pogba brings on the offensive side of the ball is like second to none. Like no, like very few
think
players
he's-
can match with what he does.
I disagree,
He's very
man.
flashy, man, but it's like, what's the end product? You know, he can get assists. He's doing well this year.
Like,
Lots
he
of
started off
penalties.
hot with
Why,
the goals
I'm
and
not,
stuff like
actually,
that.
you know what? His
Penalties.
flashiness is going downhill. We talked about this in the World Cup, where I'm saying that this type of guy, he needs his flair. He needs that mojo
As
when
long-
he plays.
as long as
He
it
needs
works.
that emotion. Now Jose's taking that emotion away, so he's dead inside almost. He's lost the fun to play.
But with
I know there's a
Mourinho-
difference between being a professional and being a player with. He needs to get that confidence
He
back.
still
He needs to
does-
get the
he
swag
still
back.
No,
does
I
the
100%
flag.
agree, man.
Stella needs
It
to get a
doesn't-
groove back.
But like I said,
Really?
yeah, that was
You
horrible.
tell me off for Stella got a groove back.
No,
needs
look,
to.
Pogba's. I don't want to go too far and say he's not playing well. I'm just saying like his weaknesses are not working hard defensively, and Mourinho's saying like I need that more from you, and he just doesn't give it to him, not even an inch. You know, I understand like certain players need flair, but like he's got 4 goals so far this year, like in all
Penalties.
competitions.
One,
But-
yeah.
I think
not,
maybe-
not all.
Yeah, all
2-3 penalties. Missed one.
Yeah,
He had
so
2
but
against
like
Young
he's
Boys, so that's
still
4
he's
now.
putting out product, you know what I mean? Like defensively is where we lose a lot with him. Offensively, man, that little pass he had to Fred, that little flick, like that's who Pogba really is. The issue is that you need to put someone stronger behind him
That's what I'm saying. So
and
you
allow that freedom to say, okay, Pogba, fine, we're gonna give you a free roll. But you look at Mourinho's teams, he's never done that. Ozil wanted the same thing at Real Madrid, cut him. Hazard wanted the same thing at Chelsea, tanked the team. You know, so I can't see Pogba working at Man United with
With Mourinho.
Jose.
And that's
I
the
just
thing
can't
is,
see
like,
it,
I'm
man.
not saying, like...
Even if they liked each other, quote unquote, it's just the
It's like the
fundamentals. They're
tactics.
just
Well,
completely
tactics,
different.
That's what I'm saying about Conte. I mean,
ideologies.
realistically, when Chelsea did bad last year, that's when you come in with 70 mil, 80 mil for Conte. Because if you get Conte right now behind Pogba, that makes all the difference.
Yeah, but they weren't letting anyone go. Chelsea wasn't.
Well, it
They got
depends
a
on
new
if
manager.
Depends on if
Especially
Conte want to
after
leave and
letting
made us think
Matic go,
about
they're
it.
not
He
letting-
didn't. Even Mbappe tried to talk to him during the World Cup to convince him to come to PSG. Like, that's the cushiest cushion you land
Yeah.
on. There was no way United, this dramatic team, was going to be able to pry Conte.
Well, they have to find the
Anyway-
next one then.
Anyway, man, props
Yeah,
to
they're
props to
looking.
West Ham, props
Yeah.
to Pellegrini.
Arnautovic.
Zabaleta had a game. Issa Diop, my fucking boy.
Shut down your other boy.
Unfortunately, had a game.
Shut down.
Shut down Lukacs. And Marco Arnautovic keeps scoring, man. But
Bro,
yeah,
Arnautovic-
What about-
West Ham under resurgence?
What about having Matic and McTominay behind Pogba?
Or
That would've been the one.
Fred,
That-
Fred
that would've been-
Well, not even
Matic
Fred, but because
behind.
McTominay and Matic have fun trying to get through there with your
I
legs.
think you're overstating how good McTominay
Yeah,
is.
No, but I
McTominay's
think
still
he
a
has
kid,
potential
yeah.
of just be learning and no, because I think Matic is that good where he can bring up a McTominay and
But
learn
he-
the
but
trade.
And he
do that
has,
with
but
Fred.
like not for extended
But he couldn't
period.
do
No, maybe not every single game because I still think you have to rotate like City is right now. But I think give him a shot in the middle with Matic with Pogba in front of him
I
because
agree.
every time they get the ball, guess what, Pogba? You're getting it. And
Yeah.
guess what? You're going up there with
I still-
Lukaku and Martial or Sanchez or Rashford, one of those guys. And it's going to be dynamite.
But I think the big problem with like Mourinho in general is his unwillingness to adapt. Like let's look at Pochettino for example. And I'm not saying
Yo,
Pochettino
we
is
gotta
the,
wrap this up.
I'm just saying he's not the guy for United. But I'm saying like when he came in, Eriksen was like a left winger or like a right winger.
Yeah, but
Now
this, what have they won, dude?
it's
Shit.
Mourinho's
all-
coming.
they've
Give
come from
Mourinho
a
his
mid-table-
pieces.
they've-
He will win
they've-
something for
They've
you.
come from a
We
mid-table
fucked him,
club
dude.
to a top six.
Should have just gave him.
We fucked him. We
Gave him
should
the
have
credit
given him
card.
his two center backs.
Gave him the
this
credit card.
season, being like, "Listen, we get it. You fucked up, but he's like, we were close, man. We were second place.
Spend
And
the cash.
teams we lost to were like Newcastle away when we're giving away weak goals. Like he was literally saying,
We were
like,
that
I
close.
fucked up, fine,
19
but for the
points.
betterment in the club, we need to spend another 100 million.
Yeah,
here
Lindelof
in this
wasn't too
position.
expensive, man. He wasn't 55 million like
He
it
wasn't
was
good.
for
Dude, he
Walker,
wanted Maguire.
Kyle
Give him
Walker,
70 for
Mendy,
Maguire.
and Laporte, all these guys for Man City. They 115 million for three guys.
How do you think
all defenders?
if they got Maguire and Bonucci?
Dude,
How
Dude,
is
Oh,
United
Toby
right now?
Alderweireld too.
Yeah.
Either one of those.
Splash
Like,
the fucking pay 65 for.
And then you
for-
have
give the man
Matic.
what he
Then you have
wants.
Matic. So then we talked about what I was saying with bricks in the wall. Now you have 4 or 5 players that will show up every single game.
exactly, dude. Yeah,
Listen, I
he
was
wasn't
one
giving
for
his
two.
pieces, man.
I got one to join my side on the dark side.
What?
Arsenal
I
Mourinho,
too.
didn't
I'm
say
kinda
Jose
okay.
out, man.
You're
I don't know
Mourinho.
what to believe.
Down in your heart of hearts, you know, Mourinho out.
Dude, even when Jose was at Chelsea, I still loved him.
No, I still
Love
love
this
Jose
guy.
too. It's just
just-
If he has to
United,
go though, if that's the solution?
but
then he
United
has to
and
go.
Woodward have to make up their mind. Give him the players he wants and win, or if you don't want to give him the players,
rid
get
of
somebody
him,
else. But
And that
12
next
million,
guy's
is it?
gonna want players as well.
Let's
So
pl-
that's
we'll,
the
we'll
other.
poach Klopp from Liverpool and we'll win the league.
Yeah, okay.
Arsenal 2, Watford 0. Arsenal passed a Stern test here. This is Troy Deeney's team. Troy Deeney famous to saying that, you know, if you want to beat Arsenal, you just gotta man them.
Just take your
Arsenal's
balls out and
weak.
put them on the table.
They have no cojones.
Game's over.
Honestly, though,
But Arsenal in this game, Troy Deeney I think had to take shots, painkiller shots to make this game.
Injections, yeah.
Was you know, one of the brightest sparks on Watford, but largely ineffective.
but 4 minutes in, what do you think about that penalty claim for Lacazette? He went up the left side. Defender, I forget which defender it was, slid in, hit his leg. Yeah, he kept on trying to go for the ball. I think that very well could be a penalty because if he dives, what we talk about, that could be a penalty.
Not dives, dude. Just
Embellishes.
he got- not even embellish. You got hit. You make a choice, right? When you get hit, you look at the ball, you judge it. You say, "Am I going to make that next play?" In that play, you should have recognized that. Man, I'm not going to get to the ball. Just go down. You
Defender
got
slid,
kicked, go down.
didn't get ball.
Literally
I think,
made contact with you, so there's no diving at all. The defender.
I think that was a missed
defender
penalty.
cheated. Yeah.
I think to keep the integrity of the game clean without diving, you have to call those type of plays.
No, but that's why, like, the player made a decision to stand up, man. And I don't blame the ref on that one. I don't blame the rules. You got to decide if you get your shut off, you can't have a second bite at it and get a penalty. So like the player has to help the ref make the decision. Within the rules of the game, it wasn't a foul. He made a decision to keep running, but if he had gone down, it's an easy PK. It's a
But
foul.
why slide anyways?
Desperation, bro.
Why
Big
not?
No, you
stage.
just stay there, body him up.
Just desperation, bro. Desperation.
Because look
But
at
it's
his first touch.
Watford.
His first touch is going to the end line.
It's Watford, bro. It's Watford. You're right.
Stay on your
Watford have
feet.
been overachieving this season, though. You can't really sleep on them. They've been playing some good football.
Yeah, but we know those players' next jump isn't Liverpool, City.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Like,
no,
it's
you're
not
right. I was
top
just
six.
saying, yeah. I think, you know what's funny with Arsenal is like you look at the way they're playing. Like Emery has like a vision for the next like 5 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This guy's making me laugh over here.
You see Unai Emery on the bench. Look at him. See him on the bench.
This is what? How many minutes in? 51. and it's just Emery. He's on the bench. They're showing him, and he goes like this. Just stretches that
Dude,
top lip all the way up. He's like a great white, rolling the eyes back, showing the full jaw.
He's an ugly ass man. No offense, but he's
I think this
unsightly.
I think this Arsenal team is kind of lacking a little bit. Aubameyang being shifted out wide. They got to figure out a way, either by getting a winger or starting Mkhitaryan or something, that you get Aubameyang and Lacazette up top, because this game showed like Lacazette needs help. He missed 2 sitters, man. He missed 2 sitters this game.
But that's not help, man. If he scores those, the tactic is still working, right? Or the formation is still working.
I agree
with you.
that.
It would be nicer to have Aubameyang, shift and play closer. But like, it's working right now. Like, why fuck with it?
Yeah, I was gonna ask Tom what he thought of what he thinks of Arsenal's progress, and if they can.
I think
finish
it's
higher
great.
than 6th place, and I think they're gonna finish higher than 6th place.
Oh, he thinks they're gonna finish top 4.
Did you say
Not
that?
top
this
four.
week?
No, he is.
Good
I'm
job.
talking as Tom.
He said 5th. He said 5th
Oh, he did?
or 6th. Yeah. He's realistic. Ever since I won the $100
look.
off him. What's up,
But
Tom?
Unai's doing well, man. Unai's doing well. It looks like there is some kind of understanding of what he's trying to put together.
Yeah,
Arsenal, this was a
Dude,
bogey game for them, and they passed.
it's more positive within a few months at Arsenal than it is after 3 years with Jose.
You're Jose out.
But it's also like after through like 20 years with Wenger, you know what I mean?
It's
like,
true, but
It
still,
might
man,
be time for the new manager bounce. We'll see.
Also,
We'll see.
man, a scary thing for Peter Cech, goes down injured, comes out.
Dude,
It
Leno,
could be
this is
it could be the end.
Dude, this
That's
is a Tom
the
Brady situation.
You get
Bledsoe.
subbed out. You never coming back in, man. It could be
That absolutely could be it, especially if he shows his feet. If Leno has some kind of Allison, Edison level
Dude, Emery
passes.
was waiting for this moment.
This is
Waiting
it.
for him to fuck up beyond recognition. All right, Cech, you got to get out.
No, he's going to
Not
West
fuck
Ham.
up, like,
He
but
goes to
just
West Ham
injured,
or
you know?
Tottenham.
But we got injured, so now
Yeah, he
it's no
didn't fuck
choice.
up,
Yeah.
really,
No, I'm saying
yeah.
like he was waiting for something. You
Oh,
know,
gotcha,
whether
gotcha.
fuck up or
An
injury. Yeah, you keep like Rooney. Yeah, Rooney, keep playing. Rooney, keep playing. Jose, expose him. All right, now I'm leaving. Like, it was fine. It was honest. It was no problem. But Peter Cech, man, it could be his last appearance for Arsenal.
He's gone, man. Lucas Torreira. I mean, he's an erratic player. I wish Tom was here. I could ask him all these questions. I was just like with Torreira, like, because I listen to like Arsenal fan TV. I watch it and it's like Torreira. He's like this bulldog. He's this. I'm just like, dude. I'm watching. I'm just like, dude. This guy is just like a smaller version of Xhaka, except he can actually play football. Like, he's actually good. You know
But he
what I
can't shoot the ball 40 yards out, though.
Yeah, but that's not his job.
And he can't get red cards.
He's good at what he does, but like when I hear it's like Torreira is this and that, I'm just like, dude, what's up? Like,
Dude, it's just new player excitement, man. He does, look like that. He's that bit of meanness that the Arsenal midfield has lacked. So like he does bring that pitbull mentality. Still has a bit more to learn about the league. Didn't play that well in this game, but Xhaka, last 2 games, man. I know Tom hates him, but last 2 games he's been very important for this team, and no yellow card in this game. So
what do you guys think of Aaron Ramsey's contract situation? Where's he going? He's going to. I heard that he might be going to Liverpool.
There's a lot of rumors of Liverpool because Liverpool went in for him this past summer. They said no, and now there's, I guess, quote-unquote talks.
dude, that
between
would
him
be
and Liverpool.
such a dirty move if you
Dude,
went to
him,
Liverpool.
Oxalate-Chamberlain.
From
Aaron's
Arsenal.
gonna go.
So,
Dude, I'm
So
hoping he
Obi
goes
going next?
to. Well, I think they said Juve was looking at him.
Milan
So,
too.
yes.
Like a bunch of clubs. Would you take him at United? Would you take Ramsey at United?
with
I
the
don't know.
right
Take him if
manager.
he was free, but like
Yeah,
I
like,
wouldn't.
on a
I don't
free-
See, I
necessarily.
think
I don't
Ramsey-
think we should go for him.
Ramsey's good with the right manager, in my mind.
Exactly.
If you don't have the right manager, he's just like a type of player. But if you have a manager that believes in him, tell him to, because he gets in good position. He has a pretty good instinct to get goals. He has
I
a
think
pretty.
if you just let him be free, you see him play for Wales. They give him that free roll 10 spot, and he just makes things happen. I think Unai is slowly starting to realize that he's playing him at that 10 spot, which he wanted under Wenger, and Wenger played him more as a center mid, so he wasn't getting in those dangerous positions. Didn't play especially well today, but like him being in that mix, in that creative formula for them, I think he's very important. And I don't know why they're not re-signing this dude.
No, they're trying to. They're just not giving him enough money. I think.
That's what I'm saying.
But
what actually
the
happened
big
what happened was I actually read a report that there was a contract offer on the table, and Ramsey, after like months of them going back and forth, finally accepted. And apparently Emery went to the board and said, "Take the contract off the table. I don't want this guy."
You don't want. Wow.
He doesn't want Ramsey.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, like this is me.
No, it's a report.
term.
It's a
Yeah,
report.
it might not be true, but like he's like he doesn't fit my system, and like for the money that they were offering him, like he's good, but he's not $200,000 worth a week good.
$10 million a year.
Like, you know what I mean? He's not like. Well, I mean, like in terms of footballing terms, like you could spend those wages on someone else, and like their
but
best bet is
200K,
selling him for like 10, 15, 20 mil in January, getting whatever they can, and then just getting that other player, getting either a winger because. And they have like a solid midfield now. They have Windozy.
If they
Ferreira.
did sell for 15 mil and Liverpool went in for him, that could be a great buy for them because they're not in Champions League. So he could play for Liverpool if Liverpool want to go that route. Now,
it would be a depth signing though.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
think about,
Again, Ramsey's one of those
is that
players.
what he wants?
He's not going to be a world class player. He's going to be the same thing what we talked about with United. He's going to be a player that gives you exactly what he is, game in, game out. Not super high, not super low, but for what you want, he'll give it to you on the field. As I said all that, I was like, oh, that's kind of weird.
It took it to a weird place. Arsenal 2 though. Ozil looking good.
I was gonna say, man. Like Snack was saying, if Tom was here, I want to ask him how he feels about Ozil's captain, repping the armband.
Dude, I mean,
at the end of the game there.
Yeah, that was interesting. The beef was always with Wenger, so like it was never with the players. You'd hear those stories
And
about
Germany.
him in training. In Germany again, the manager.
But Watford dropped down to 6th place now, out of the top 4 finally. But yeah, man,
The
Ozil
manager
captain.
must be happy.
Strange to see.
Oh, who's the top 6 team that's not in the top 6?
Spurs. Huddersfield 0, Spurs 2. Tricky test here for Spurs. Harry Kane off the mark.
Legend.
Legend
Best
of the
striker in the world.
legend of
Lewis
the
was the
game.
head coach.
Best
Legend
striker
of the
in the
game.
world. He's the best number 9 in the world.
Sergio Aguero.
Yeah, bro. Luis Suarez
I'm
still out here doing it, man.
I would
You
take
got
Luis
I don't know,
Suarez.
not against Leganes, bro.
Yeah, but
I
still,
would.
man.
I would still take Luis Suarez over Kane. Look, Kane, somehow he's powerful, but his vertical needs a little work.
Bro, did you not see how high he jumped for the header?
I don't know. Was it that high?
Inches off the ground.
He scored.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah,
that matters
he's
at the end
scored.
of the
That's
day.
the
Get a
most-
piece of paper under
Listen,
those heels.
the man finally scored in August. Let him have his moment. Let Harry Kane have his
And he
moment.
takes a nap in September.
I mean, he scored 2
a
today.
brace here.
Scored 2
Yeah,
twice.
Bullshit
I mean,
penalty
oh
by Danny
That
Rose.
was
my.
last day of September.
Danny Rose
guys.
getting fucking looked like the end of Platoon.
Yeah.
Where Willem Dafoe gets fucking shot down in the jungle.
He needs to shave. He needs to shave.
Who, Danny Rose?
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, he's got
You,
a bum
you,
beard.
you,
Straps.
you don't look good, man. You don't look good with that beard.
Hey man, shit call, man. VAR needs to be implemented by next season. I'm done with this shit.
What was
I
the
think
ref even looking at
The refs
there?
have declined so bad this season. Like in the short space of time, the refs have been atrocious. Mark Clattenburg needs to come out of retirement.
I was just gonna say that.
Howard Webb. But yeah, dude, that first penalty. But Harry Kane as a penalty taker
Oh
might be
man.
one of the most clinical penalty takers I've ever seen.
Here's the thing, like
Second
150
behind
miles an hour.
And you know his house is it.
Second behind Ronaldo, for sure.
Third, they're all behind Milner.
Dude, Lucas Moura made that goal, man. The one with Harry Kane, just to give him a shout out.
Yeah,
just
he worked
broke
hard
down
on
the
that.
middle.
Yeah, and he like fell, got up, squared the ball to
Exactly.
Trippier, and Trippier just sends in the beauty ball that he is. My question is, did Dele Alli start this game?
No, I think he's hurt.
Injured.
Yeah,
Do you
he's hurt.
guys think he's being used right?
He sucks.
I don't see. Like my thing is like
I
here's the
Like,
thing.
where's he used right?
You guys said it. You said it best. He like gets the numbers and he scores wonder goals. Like he scores like nice goals. My thing is like he doesn't create for anybody, so there's no reason for him to be a midfielder.
We've
But
only
when
He got like
you
7
need him,
assists
where
last
is
year.
he?
But that's like what I'm saying is that
Play him at
So
striker.
how do you think he
that's
should be
it.
using?
A false 9, a Suedo
Playing
number
with striker.
9,
But
where he
Snacks-
drops deeper, gets the ball, and all he has to do is
Then you have 2 guys at number 9 who are like that. Harry Kane's a drop deep guy. Like, yes, a lot of his goals are breaking in, but
Take
if you
turns.
watch him, he helps building up.
they alternate.
You
But
need
Snacks,
Lucas Moura, dude.
You
The
also- well,
speedster
not only
behind
that,
to keep the
that's true,
defense
yeah.
honest.
No, I-
It's working.
Pochettino is the only one to ever get great stats from Dele Alli. I mean, England, he's
Who
not
did
like
he play on before, man?
It's
He was
too
on
early, dude.
MK
Yeah,
Dons
it's
and
too
like
early.
second division.
Exactly. So if we're going to
Exactly.
judge, so if we're
Yeah.
going to judge a manager, why are we judging the only manager that's got him good stats?
I'm not
I
judging
agree.
Pochettino. I'm
You're
just
saying, is he being used right?
I'm
That's
just
judging
saying-
the manager.
That's true. Yeah.
So
maybe I
no,
worded
no,
it
he-
wrong.
Stand up to
No,
it.
Hey!
no, he's in the right
Oh,
position
yeah,
because if Harry Kane drops in more, Dele Alli will go towards the goal further.
But he's not fast, so like
That's fine,
playing
but-
it into him.
And like the
But
thing
look
is,
at Eriksson, the way he can put the ball on a dime, it's dime
Dude.
piece all day. That's why he's able to slide in headers, go for that
Huss,
garbage
you're
goal.
looking,
a lot.
you're looking at just the offensive side of the ball. Dele Alli brings nothing defensively.
Nothing
And, like,
at all.
He's just like a body in like the defense.
He's
And,
worse
like,
than Pogba.
No,
Sure.
well, Pogba's not
No,
horrible in defense
Pogba's
at times.
Except when he destroyed KDB's ankle last year against Man City. Tried to destroy his leg, came back and scored the goal 2 minutes later.
like Dele Alli, he's a
He's
good
good.
finisher. He can score goals. He can get like those like one-time assists where he like taps it over and Harry Kane taps it in. Like
He's silky, man, but he's lazy as fuck.
Yeah, but-
and that's why you put him up top. You
But
have
if-
to stick a
if-
player like
if you
that
look
has
at-
that type of class
but if
up
you-
top.
He's
If
like,
you look
he's like Berbatov almost.
But if you look at Spurs, their back line has always been, well, for the last 5 years,
Yeah.
it's been cement. And then also, if you have Dembele or Wanyama,
Where's Wanyama? What happened
you
to
have
him?
all these players who are great defensively. So you can sacrifice a little bit more defensively from Dele Alli not putting the full effort in, but you need the offense. You're putting too much pressure on Kane and Eriksson if Mora and Son and Dele Alli are not showing up.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, if Dele Alli is a rotational player, he should be up top. Like I look at his game and like very little does he actually link up the midfield and like get something going just based on like
Dude,
tiki
how
taka.
often does he lose the ball?
I don't know. Does he lose the ball a lot?
Watch him. Loses the ball, trying to do stupid shit.
Exactly.
Doesn't get the ball, move the ball.
He's
And
a target man. He's
talking about
huge.
McTominay, man. McTominay isn't the best, but he's effective. That's all it is. You don't have to be good to be effective. He's effective because he plays simple. He moves the ball out of his feet like Pereira. Gets the ball, moves the ball. There's something to be said about moving the ball at a certain speed to lift the tempo. You know what I mean?
Look, I hear you, man, but this guy puts up numbers, man. Without his numbers, Tottenham
No denying
aren't
that. No
finishing
denying
top
that.
4.
What was I
You
just
know what
talking about?
No, you're saying like you're annoyed that like he loses the ball a lot, but like
Oh, I'm just
That's-
saying that's a factor of his game.
yeah, that's part of his.
He won't get it back.
But like that's how you get those 13 goals by going for those
He
opportunities.
scored 20 goals.
man.
But
not
who's
too long
but
ago in
hey,
the league.
but and any argument, man, who's he scoring against? The big teams, the little teams? Is he winning
He's
Doesn't
scoring
titles?
against
matter.
Chelsea.
He's
Is he making a
helping-
difference?
He's chipping away to your top 4, dude. That's why Tottenham were in
Yeah.
a confident position to not even make a signing.
But there's no rotation, man. You need this guy who's scrapping to get on the field. Like you keep he's playing the same lineup, like same.
But this is the decision, right? Where like
You don't bring anybody
Rashford
in.
is being punished because we're not in that position. Martial. Sometimes I wish like we were backed into a wall. We had to play Rashford and Martial every single game.
Too many people. Yeah.
So like in this situation, you got a 22-year-old young English kid who's forced to play every single game. By the looks of it, you know he's not being lazy about
He
it.
is
So I
mad
don't know
young
if you
though,
want
man.
someone to take his time. Like this is,
Yeah.
and he's putting up numbers, guys. I say it
he's,
again.
he's,
like
he's crazy young.
it's
though.
not pretty.
He's not even 24.
It's pretty. He's
He's
22.
not- yeah.
He's a baby.
You're putting,
That's
He's
what,
younger than
that's what I
Sterling.
forget. That's what I forget.
and you know what's
Keep
funny?
playing
is
this
you're
kid.
saying he puts up numbers. Imagine if he was like, because a lot of his numbers are just goals. Like his assist numbers are okay.
Imagine
but,
if
like,
he's playing
Nah, I
what?
gotta look
imagine
that
if
up,
he
man.
was
two up
playing
top.
as
Dude,
a
he
false
goes
nine.
I
double
think
double.
his stats.
As a false 9, imagine how many goals he would score.
So where would you put Kane, on the outside?
no,
Harry
it doesn't
Kane
work
like
for
two up
this
top.
team.
You would put two up
Two
top.
up
No,
top.
but then it's two the same type of player. I think, man.
It could work.
I think it would
Maybe.
work. I think
Maybe.
it would work because like everyone argues like Harry Kane needs help up top. Like
Mora's
blah, blah, blah.
helping,
That's
bro.
why Mora's there.
I'm not
helping.
saying more. I'm not saying like Mora's playing bad, but if you played like a 4 and then 2 and then 2 out wide and then 2 up top,
Dude, by the way, you say he doesn't hook it up. He had more assists than goals last season. I thought there was some.
It was like 10 goals or 11. I mean, 11
9
assists.
goals, 10 assists.
Yeah.
The season before, 18 goals, 7 assists.
He's almost going double
Like
doubles,
that's-
man. 18 goals
Did
though.
he had a season where he had 20 goals in the league. I remember that.
18, I think it was that. 18.
That might be the
Nah,
18.
15, 16, he had. Well, look, in all comps, maybe. I'm just talking about Premier League.
No, I thought in the league he had at least 20. But like,
no, that
I
was
just,
18. That was the 18
That's pretty
year
close.
season, dude. Yeah,
and,
might
like
have,
I'm just saying, like I just think like
bro. And
he
then,
doesn't
oh,
do
sorry.
enough
And then
offensively
his first
in the
season,
midfield.
but this first season, he went 10 and 9. Second season,
18 and 7. Look at that
18
difference.
and 7, and then he goes 9 and 10 again.
I think that was a down year for him.
Come
Though.
on, dude. This guy dishes dimes. It's not pretty. I know what you
That's
guys
19,
are saying.
that's almost 20
I think
goals.
as he gets older, maybe you can start to move him up top when he gets consistent offensively. This dude dishes dimes.
Well,
man.
I'm not
I
saying
like-
you should bench him at all. I think Dele Alli.
No, you're saying you should play him up front.
I think he should be.
I'm
higher
saying
up.
he's in the
No,
perfect
but
position,
I-
bro. He's going
same
half
with
and
me.
half.
Okay.
I like
Okay,
I
I
like
can
where he
argue
is
with
at the
that.
moment because if he needs to give a little bit more support to Eriksen, that's
Yeah.
fine. But Harry Kane right now, because he's so prolific, he will take 2, maybe 3 defenders away, which will open up space for Dele Alli to maybe get man marked. So
No,
he'll
but
be
it's
able to.
slower. It's the same. Like that's why Dele Alli gets those 18 and 7. But that's why Tottenham can't get over that edge because it's not enough yet for the 9 position. Most of the time, if you shut out Harry Kane, you're hoping Dele Alli will show up. They played 38 games. He scored 9 goals. So like there are a lot of games where he didn't show up. I'm still positive about Dele Alli, but I'm not putting him at the 9th spot. I think.
No, I don't want him at the 9th spot though. That's what I'm
all
saying.
right, all
I
right.
agree with you that he's
But
in the
you're
right
saying-
position. No, what I'm saying is that when they move to that final third, he helps out where he is because in the second, third,
Final third.
Oh my god, defensive third, and in the midfield, he is helping out Eriksen because he's giving that little extra outlet. Then
Yeah,
he can actually supply the
absolutely.
wingers
Absolutely.
or Harry Kane. But when the final third, when they're on offense, Harry Kane is getting doubled, if tripled
Got it.
not.
My bad.
So then he can
So he
fill
has
into
more
that gap.
space to go into
Exactly.
that. I
And
thought
he-
you were saying he's starting in that.
No,
gap.
no, no, no,
he's
no, no.
going from midfield into
Exactly.
that space.
He's coming in late.
I'm with
He's
you
trailing,
100%.
and then also he's beast mode. He'll run. He can match up to straight up center backs.
Yeah, dude.
And when if it's a
He's
fullback,
like-
he can outmuscle
right
them.
now-
He can outrun, head them rather. Sorry.
Right now, he's like Lampard. Like the way he plays
That's what I
without
was
the
saying. The late
defensive
runner into
side.
the box. Yeah, no, I've agreed with that since day one. Different type of player can
Yeah.
tire as far as like spraying the ball, pinging
Yeah.
it. But
He's
like,
more dribble,
But the
break
late
the
run
ball.
into the
Yeah,
box, the
man.
way he finishes the ball. That 18 goal season, man. He scored. Frank Lampard was the only guy to score like 18 goals as a midfielder, 20 goals.
And he did it at 21 years old, guys.
He had a
Sterling.
season like that.
We're talking about Sterling and Sané and all these guys. This guy's been so good, we forget he's young.
In English, but he had a shit World Cup because his attitude's
Yes.
all fucked up, dude. Can't
Certain
stand this kid.
freaking-
He's young though. We'll see. Fuck Spurs, man. They're not in the debate. They're in 4th place though.
How is Sigurdsson
They're more
so
in the
bad at
debate than
penalties?
us.
Siggy.
He misses every single one. Like it's not his
Speaking of Sigurdsson, let's jump into the quick touch.
Everton
Playing Fulham, like you said, Snacks misses.
down the
Cowish.
middle.
on the at the bar. Like how is that possible?
Dude,
With
I'll never
6
get
guys on him, he can play a perfect ball right to the striker. But
he's
on
trying
a
to be,
spot
he's trying to be cute, man. Go down the middle.
He's overthinking.
Yeah,
He should have just buried it, man.
he hasn't
the
started
pressure
well.
of the number 10 shirt.
You know who hits that? Milner.
You know
James
who hits
Milner
that?
all
Fuck
day.
off with Milner, man. But Everton, man, getting a crucial clean sheet in this game. Something they really have not been able to do like all season. Jordan Pickford, and it was Kurt Zuma and Michael Keane holding it down at center back, which I love to see, man. Love to see Kurt Zuma finally get some reps at some level, especially Premier League. And Michael Keane back from that nasty concussion he got, and Jordan Pickford. So
Pickford just
Yeah,
signed a
man.
6-year deal too.
Marco Silva, dude, making a great shout for Everton, finishing like top 8, maybe pushing a weak number
United.
6 team. Yeah,
a week
For
in
sure,
United.
man.
Lucas Digne has been balling since he came over from
Barca,
Barcelona.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think. But
Dude,
he's
they
played
got-
at every top team and
dude,
every.
but you look at this
deal
team,
wall,
man. It's starting to be comprised, and it was brilliant by Marco Silva to like bring in a guy like Richarlison, who he left at Watford when he got fired, but he was like, no, guys, like seriously, I'm convinced this guy's the dude. And having him on the pitch, even when he doesn't score, the other team has to game plan him, man. And it's so awesome to see like Everton actually now looking like the old, quote unquote David Moyes Everton, where like they're a serious team.
Like top 6, like serious,
Like
and
a
actually
push, yeah, they
actually
could
top
make a
4.
look- No.
Didn't they finish top 4? Like
No, I don't think he ever got Champions League, David.
I
Moyes.
thought he did. My
Look,
fault,
they
didn't.
were top 6. If you were having a weak, number 6 team, they could pip you any year. And it looks like they're going back that way. As long as Richarlison keeps his head, I think he's probably the most important weapon to this team. Without him, those last 2 games or 3 games when he was suspended, Everton sputtered.
But
even against Arsenal last week, like they didn't win, and they ended up losing like 2-0, I think. But Richarlison had so many opportunities.
Exactly.
He creates
Yeah, man.
space for himself. Like
He's
like
real.
you're saying, they have to game plan for him, and like just the game plan they had was wrong, and he was unlucky not to score in that game.
He's the wild card, man. But the defense has been the issue with Everton. So clean
True.
sheet. I mean, Fulham
What?
are pretty adventurous side.
See, like, how does he score that but misses the
That's
penalty?
the Sigurdsson goal he's talking about. For
Got
those
it.
of you that aren't
Yeah.
watching, you know.
Right.
What? How does he
Calm
score
down.
that?
I gotta watch this again. Like,
No, left peg. 18
Dude.
yards out,
It's
far
called
post.
placement.
Dude.
Some players are just better in the moment, and when you get time to think, you overthink.
Dude, he's a fucking ace in the hole. The goal he scored against Liverpool last year, where he was a one-timer from like 35 yards out.
Dude, he's got special goals in him,
Yeah.
man. Sigurdsson, he reminds me of what was his name, Al?
Go ahead.
Back at Everton. Not Good Johnson.
Not Tim Cahill.
No, Icelandic dude. Who's it?
No.
something, son.
Goodson. Oh my God.
Goodman.
Goodmanson?
Good. Nah, not Goodmanson. He's at Burnley. He was back in the day, man, when we were in college.
Everton?
Yeah, I think he ended up at Everton, man. Blonde. It starts
Oh,
with a G.
Good John.
Good Johnson. He was also at Chelsea.
Chelsea,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Good Johnson. I had a Good Johnson.
I had a Good
Went
Johnson.
to
It was
Barca.
Good Johnson. Yeah, dude, that guy was a baller.
He
as
was
well.
on
He reminds
Everton,
me.
though.
No, I fucked up
Yeah.
with the blue.
But Adiga Johnson,
it
man.
was Chelsea.
He was probably the best Icelandic player up until like
Up
Iceland's
until
resurgence.
Sigurdsson, bro.
Yeah.
Like Sigurdsson
Nah,
has
man,
that
dude,
esque about him.
Tell me when Sigurdsson wins a fucking EPL trophy 2 times over.
Look, it's
goes
gotta
to
be on the right
Barcelona. This guy's from Iceland. You kidding me?
Yeah,
Good Johnson was
that's
a real deal.
No,
dude.
he's still a legend, dude. Good Johnson. I'm glad I knew you'd fucking remember that, dude.
So Everton 2004 2005 they finished 4th. So
Yeah,
Okay.
above
yeah,
Liverpool.
no, but that's who I
Oh,
was.
you're right.
That,
All right,
yeah,
chill,
that's,
chill, I'm with
so
it.
that's what I was thinking with it. No. I
agree
knew it
with
was
you.
in my head somewhere.
Yeah.
But they have
where's it going
finished
from?
6th and 5th, and everything. I just looked up all their finishes.
That was the last time they came in 4th, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just seeing how long ago it was since they
Just all you had
were.
to do was ask me. I would have told you right away.
You knew right away right then.
Absolutely, dude.
Newcastle
Oh my
0,
swear to God.
Leicester 2. Another pass test quiz for Leicester, and
Pass
they
test
passed.
quiz?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, bro? Speaking in
Pass
It's
Pastel?
a pop quiz. I was gonna say
Pastel?
Pop quiz?
It's pesto?
This was an important win for them, man. Newcastle might be going down.
Nah, dude. Rafa will steady the ship.
No, Rafa literally has
He doesn't-
asked for money the last 2 windows.
Last 5
has
years.
gotten nothing, dude.
Did
And
Jose
he literally-
have
Actually, scumbag.
He's sitting there
He's
with
scrapping, though.
with Newcastle above his head, and
He's
he's,
like Atlas.
shaking, dude. And he's like, guys, I need support. Mike Ashley won't give him any support. They're trying to buy this club from him. He won't give it up. But they get smacked, man, at home. Usually at home, this is where Newcastle make their bread and butter. At least not losing. They would tie. They're giving up so many goals this year.
What up, people? What up? Let me get in here. What up, folks?
Dude,
Guatemala.
Missed
Tom
it.
just
How's
ran
Jose
in.
out? He's Jose out.
We're in quick touch, but
Not
let's
Jose
go back
out.
to Arsenal
Yeah,
real quick.
Jose
out.
Let's get some
Yeah.
thoughts about Arsenal.
Oh, yeah, I had a question for you.
Second clean sheet in a row. Let's get it.
I had a question.
How are we back on Arsenal, man? This is bullshit.
Because I got here. Tom fire on the mic.
You said they were going to finish 6th this year, right? You said 6th this year?
At
the beginning of
I
the-
said 5th, I think. I believe I said
Do
5th.
you think they'll finish? Do you think they'll finish higher than that?
No, I'm still on record. I'm going to stick with 5th place. I mean, we're going well right now.
I based everything off because I thought you said they're going to finish in 6th. I just don't think they're ready. Blah blah blah. So I was like, do you think they're going to finish higher than 6th? But if you said 5th,
You don't think they're ready for 6th?
no, I said, do you think they're going to finish higher than 6th?
Oh, I thought you were saying they weren't ready for 6th.
No, because I thought your original prediction was 6th place. So I based
Throw
everything
back.
off of that original.
I think I called Spurs 6th, Arsenal 5th
Okay,
in
yeah.
there. Because
I must have
Europa
forgot. Yeah, I
Europa
must-
League.
yeah, I
Yeah, you
must
must
have
have forgotten.
Guess
So you're gonna
what?
come
Guess
correct.
what? We're all playing the fool for United.
Oh, United's falling off the face of the planet. Fuck Arsenal. Let's not talk about Arsenal. Let's talk about Man U. Hey, Man U got the trio over here.
Oh man!
It's a great way,
I'm gonna
man.
bring you
What
back
Hey,
to your depression.
You know
I'm
who
gonna
else
bring
I
you
got the
back.
trio? West Ham against United.
Nice bus.
Air
Fine, son.
Yeah, Bus is in here throwing
All right, let me ask
He's
you.
got support.
Let me get your take, because I know people are kind of freaking out over Mourinho, Pogba, this whole thing.
Yeah.
Does
Chill,
Mourinho
chill,
make
bro.
it in January?
No. I think he gets fired within the next couple of
Dude,
weeks.
we had this conversation
Yeah.
before the season began, and I was saying my prediction, if you fucking remember, we'll dig it back up. Jose leaves between some point, September and end of the year, and Giggsy comes in to take the throne. They're saying Zizou's going to come in and take it. I still think Jose will make it to the end of the year. It all depends on Champions League this week. If we lose to Valencia, dude, he's gone.
It's getting ugly, though, man. I mean,
Dude, if
your
people
performance
like
was soft.
Rio Ferdinand are saying he should leave, United Legends, dude, even they're it's enough, it's toxic, it's not working.
Go join your best friend at Atletico Madrid, Griezmann. Go there.
You
Come
see
on.
one?
Oh yeah, go Pogba. Go beat Barcelona. Go beat Real Madrid. Go join your best friend.
System. That's a defensive system. I don't think.
Well, they're able to be defensive for him.
He wants Barcelona.
Everyone needs to be defensive.
They said already. His agent Manola has a personal.
Yeah, I know. I'm just hoping for the best. I just want him to be Atletico.
Manola, the player.
No, I think listen. This is what I said. Since I haven't seen you in a while.
I know, it's been a while.
I know it's been a minute.
It's been 2 minutes.
I said, listen, like, if we had won, I could understand like him beefy. I would have Lee Cattermole in our midfield if we won a league. Like facts. I don't care how we do it.
Drinkwater, maybe.
I don't care who. I don't care who.
Wait, hold up. I don't want to. Al leaned back. I just saw this. Do you have glow in the dark shoes right now?
No, they're just Yeezys.
Oh.
They look glow in the dark. Don't those look glow in the dark?
No, they're not.
Let's shut the lights off. Because we all know that those glow.
You'd want to shut the lights off, wouldn't you?
Relax. If I want to do something, I do it with the lights off. I'm not hiding anything.
Us wants to play Find the Pickle.
No, but what I was saying,
I don't have to find it.
it came down to like, look, I look at everything, all things considered, and like three things. 1, 3 L's in 7 games is unacceptable.
Was it your worst start in like 29 years?
And the last time we had to start was David Moyes, and we all know how that happened. Second thing is like Alexis Sanchez and like Romelu Lukaku specifically are like the 2 bigger signings that we've made in his tenure. Haven't performed.
What's wrong with Romelu Lukaku, bro? What's going on with that?
Inconsistent.
Bro, he's not good. He's not a good striker.
Inconsistent.
He's not. He's just not a good striker. I don't know what it is you guys see in him.
Goals. He scores goals.
You guys said it.
Inconsistent.
You guys said last year he doesn't get the service. This year he's getting the service, and you saw it. He headed the ball right to the post. Like, I don't know what
post, mate. He hit the post.
No,
He's not getting the service, man.
Inconsistent.
Scoring on all cylinders. Like,
and he's the striker that's supposed to be that guy.
Inconsistent.
He had less league goals than Raheem Sterling last year. I'll never get over that. Less league goals than Raheem Sterling. That's bad.
Look at the team.
That's bad. I don't care, bro. I don't care.
He's the highest scorer since Fergie left.
Nah, Ibrahimovic had more.
He's just like, nah.
They were even.
26 goals in all competitions.
Ibrahimovic had 28.
I'm saying Lukaku's not
17 in the league and 11 in Europe.
Look who you're comparing him to.
It says 35-year-old Zlatan who can barely move. Like,
he's not barely moving. Zlatan's out there doing.
By the way, Zlatan's got 20 goals in like 22 games for the Galaxy right now.
Nah, but let's get rid of him.
Still fucking killing.
I'm just glad Man United sucks. I hope that keeps going.
You're the man, Tom.
And then
Arsenal keeps scoring goals.
You're the man, Tom.
Before we move on, I also said like we look at players like Martial and Rashford under Louis van Gaal. Their system, Martial and Rashford.
Martial.
Okay.
Marty.
Well, you know
Martial. Their system, they're like under Louis van Gaal's system, which was not fun. It was not offensive. They flourished. I don't know how. Couldn't tell you how. They flourished.
They didn't flourish.
No, they didn't flush it off.
What?
LVG?
What?
But look,
Rashford had a game mode in FIFA made after him. What do you mean he didn't flourish?
Thank you for bringing up Rashford. This kid's special.
Backfield goal, you like
How many
that,
times I've been saying he needs to start. Start him.
Dude, he played 53 games last season.
Start him, not sub him in.
He started like 30.
It's gonna be a rocky road.
Yeah, dude, he started like 30 games, bro.
Start off 53.
Why was he not starting this game? You want to give Tony some confidence?
Oh, wait, hey, talk about this game. Don't talk about he never starts. He starts plenty of games.
Hey, I'll talk about whatever I want.
Oh,
that's number 1.
Look,
number 2, you start the special ones. Okay, Leroy Sané's another one. You start the special ones. I know we're jumping all over the place right now. I just got in. I'm feeling hot.
Like a Wobie, right? Like a Wobie, the special
Wobie's
ones.
a dog.
But the point is, if there was gonna be a player, if there's gonna be a player that really could help United, it would be Maguire, who got a goal for Leicester.
Oh, what a play, Huss.
Bring it right back.
Yeah, bro.
That's the first Lasso, baby. Lasso.
265
I just hog-tied that conversation.
Like I said, when it comes down to
How many
in a long
episodes?
time, you don't say that
When it
anymore.
comes down to it, yeah.
Yeah, you know it.
265 episodes. You finally fucking had a great punishment. That's all
I've had one before that.
I don't know, man.
Dude, that
You
was
tied
a
that
great
up
transition.
nicely.
It was so good we had to
Way to acknowledge
derail your transition.
We had to talk about it before we could go on with it.
Yeah, we talked about United about a half an hour earlier.
Well, Tom wanted to
Go
talk
ahead,
about it.
man. Maguire.
Harry Maguire.
This guy, he is.
This guy.
I mean, last tackle. He got the game. Basically, man of the match.
What was that?
This is. I don't know. Now I derailed myself because you guys derailed me. There's a lot derailing right now.
Put the beer down.
But the point is, this guy. Are we ready to say he's ready?
I've been
I'll be
saying he's ready.
I'll be ready to say he's ready.
I've been head done been.
I'm with you on that. I think people should take it because look, right now,
It was a gamble.
EPL
How's
has
it
so
the-
much
it's
money.
the United guys.
You
The United
throw the
guys.
money at players that you think you have a chance. That's what they did with Lukaku. They thought he had a chance, so they threw money at it when he might have just not been too ready to yet.
Time out. Red light. For 75 million, I'm not buying Harry Maguire. That was it.
Buy Bonucci.
I'll buy Bonucci.
How did Virgil change
I'm talking
Liverpool?
about-
Virgil versus Harry Maguire.
No, hold on.
But-
No, he brings up a good point. Virgil van Dijk was a solid center back at
But dude,
Southampton.
no, Virgil's
he was
one.
not.
Virgil's the future of
You
fucking
can see
defenders,
it at
dude.
Southampton. You can see it with his net.
You
Same
can
way
see. You
saw
can't see it with
Luke Shaw,
Maguire though. But you
Mane.
can't see it with
Not
Maguire.
as much. Not
Not yet,
footwork.
man.
Not.
But the money that they bring in,
Bro, he
even
brought
if he's
every
50
ball
mil,
up in the World
he
Cup.
might be worth
Every
75
single
mil just to
one.
bring him
Guys,
in.
it's not
Might
about
be.
the money.
I wanted the shirt guy because United. is
And you got the
struggling
no
to
guy.
To me,
You got the no guy.
Exactly.
That's the
and
problem.
That's the problem, and that's why it's hard to even blame Jose because literally you give this man his toys. He does what he's got to do. His
toys, I
Ed
like that.
Woodward
Or you
doesn't
gamble.
want to give him his toys. Get rid of him, dude.
He gave him
Instead
his
of
toys,
making-
though.
No,
He
but
didn't
he
give him
wanted.
all.
But he wanted more toys. Look, Jose,
You
let
have to
him
finish
spend-
playing with the
No.
original toy.
We're
And then-
Hey,
You know
when you're the
what?
richest
You know what,
family on the
Chelsea?
block, and
Thank
you
you,
can buy
dude.
all the toys in the fucking world.
Not
You
if
know-
you're trying to instill something in the.
We're
the kid.
instilling trophies,
Mourinho.
motherfucker.
No,
You
exactly.
gotta win.
Are you?
It's
You
a
gotta win.
desperate-
You're
Well,
supposed to.
you
Guys,
now.
guys, you know how to win now, right? Vardy does, and he got the penalty in this game.
Killing it.
What's
I can do this all day.
Roll.
See, I choose not to usually. But
Yeah, but it took you. It took him 5 minutes to think up that fucking
so
thought.
no, I was waiting for
I know
something.
you-
to say. I was waiting.
So Rafa Benitez on the flip side, is he gonna make it?
Yes.
Dude, I think
Yes.
Rafa,
Yes.
Yes.
Rafa wants to pull in the eject button, bro. He's been
Yeah.
asking for money
He hasn't gone
for
in.
two transfer windows, hasn't gone it. There's no sign of it.
Mike Ashley, the owner of
Mike
Newcastle.
Ashley, tight as hell.
They hate him.
I think
They
he's
hate
fine
him.
if they fire him. I don't think
Trash.
he's mad about it. He's went out publicly. The fans love him. The players love him. So, like, he'll be a professional, man. He's going to do his thing. But if they fire him, I don't think he's mad at all.
I think if anything, Rafa may step away.
I don't think so, man. Because it's, at the end of the day, like, he managed them in the championship. So he's not embarrassed to get relegated. He's not a reputation guy. Like, so why turn your back on him? The fans love him. They always chant his name. And the players love him. So why turn your back on all that goodwill when you can literally just see out the job, leave in the summer, when everything.
Look, it could definitely go that way, but I think he's gonna, depending on the league position Newcastle find themselves in January. If
think
they're
he's
in
a
a
fighter,
tough
man.
predicament
I think
and
he's a-
he doesn't receive the funds, then I can see him stepping away. If they're
I don't-
coasting and doing well, then I could see him seeing
The
it out.
reason I say he sees it out, whether they get relegated or not, is because he went to the championship. If he didn't do that, I would
see the
say
logic.
he's a jumper. But he rolled his sleeves up, so I don't think he minds getting relegated.
Newcastle
to
owes him.
Newcastle.
Give him the players he wants. They owe you.
They're not gonna, bro.
I know, but they owe him for getting him back up so soon and everything.
Absolutely,
He's
they should've.
Look, you know,
he proved his world classness.
He
by
won-
going down to the championship and walking.
when was the last time we saw a manager who won Champions League go down to the championship?
Come on, Jose, go get Leeds.
Yeah,
Go
that's-
manage Leeds, Jose. Let's see
No,
what
they're
you
gonna
can
be-
do.
they're working
Hey,
their way
Pep-
up, no,
hey,
without
Pep
him.
Guardiola, go down.
Yeah, Pep
But-
should do
Go
it.
bring
But
back, yeah.
what do you think about
Bring
Kennedy?
back Sunderland.
Kennedy
Moses should
playing
go too, though.
so
Moses
far
should go
out.
too.
Porto, he did it. He's proven himself.
Yeah, he did, I guess. But
What
that was
about
Porto.
Kennedy? What do you think about Kennedy?
I don't know. This guy.
baller, man.
I thought he was going to
He's
be
so
him and
inconsistent,
Richarlison. I thought they were very similar, but Kennedy's having a tough year. He's having a sophomore slump in the EPL right now.
He's on Newcastle, bro.
Yeah, look, I don't think he's played that many games. I think he was hurt for a couple of them. He is slumping, but like he's one of those players. You just gotta keep playing him, especially because you brought him on loan. He's one of the only few weapons you have. Like he's creative enough to help unlock, and you just hope Jonjo Shelvey can hold it down and see that long ball when
I
it's
don't
on.
think getting rid of Dwight
But
Gale
it's-
was part of the key. I don't think that was key, though. I don't
No,
think getting
no,
rid of
that
Dwight
wasn't
Gale was
good.
smart. And bringing in Salomon Rondon. That was a bad move
Look,
by the
I
club.
think Rondon
Rondon's
was
a
fine.
beast, man.
Rondon.
I like Rondon.
I don't think they should.
You lost Mitrovic, so you needed a big guy up there.
I
You
like
lost
Mitrovic more, but Rondon, he can ball
Rondon.
sometimes. Rondon.
That was a unanimous shutdown right there, Snacks. That's what you're saying. Everyone's like, nah, Rondon. I like Rondon.
He's not good.
You got Newcastle colors on too.
What was that?
You got Newcastle colors on too.
I know, right?
Chimoldi.
This is my new team, Juventus. Someone that makes me happy. Bubbles the goat.
He loves
Jamie
bandwagons.
Vardy with another goal.
Shouts to-
Got the penalty, man.
Shouts to
He
Jamie
keeps
Vardy.
rolling. Leicester keeps rolling.
Wolves 2, Southampton 0.
Rui Patricio! 10 points!
See you, son.
Fantasy. Huss, what are you gonna
I
say about
know.
that?
Yeah,
10
Look,
points
he's talking about
in
Watford.
your fucking
Watford.
eyes!
Watford got
How'd your heart do?
Honestly, I thought Danny Ings, he scored like 3 goals in 3 games before that.
What I tell you? What I try
backtrack.
and fucking tell you?
You said it in fantasy too.
Look,
Patricia.
Burnley
still have-
killed me because I had Burnley all the way, and it looked like they were going to win. They looked like they were going to get the clean sheet, but it is what it is. Look,
They've
you
been
had
so
this week,
inconsistent.
but again, I would still take a matchup against Cardiff before Southampton any day. I'm not wrong for what
Any
I
day.
said.
No, you're wrong.
You
You're
went
wrong.
with your gut. You went with your gut, and you
No,
won this round.
Yeah,
wasn't
you
gut.
both went, but you were wrong this round.
You were wrong.
No, because
man.
I said over the next 2 games, by the
No.
way. We don't know.
Two
Oh,
games?
look at the backtrack.
No, that's not backtrack. You need backtrack and listen to the episode.
He did say 2 games.
Yeah, because I said it's like Huddersfield and Cardiff versus Southampton
Here
and
we
some
go,
other team. I
Ali.
forget.
You're leading nicely, bro.
There you go.
I got you back.
I got the edge. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, whatever. I'm still in 7th.
He's
Where
still
are you
gonna
guys
say no
at?
next week. No.
Where you-
No.
Where you guys
Tell
at?
me, who was leading Matchday 7 last year? That's right. It doesn't fucking matter.
Oh!
You thought about it too.
Hey, I'll put it this way. Fine.
You actually thought about it.
Who's leading the podcast group? Me again. But okay.
And what predictions? Me.
Hey, can we
Yeah, fine.
Can we talk about how Espirito tu Santos is the best manager in the EPL right now? That's my boy, man.
You must make me feel
guy.
like this a little bit.
Since
Love
day
that guy.
Tom, since day one, you've been calling.
You made
this
me glad I
guy.
heard a little bit.
Please, bro. He's
No.
a leader. He's a true leader.
He's a man. He's a man manager.
I don't know about that. My football manager saved with Wolves. Diego Jota has 17 goals in 10 games. Like,
Damn.
I think I could lead Wolves to the.
No, don't get greedy, bro.
No, with that
I'm
beard,
just playing. No, he's doing
way,
a really
dude.
good job. He's doing a good job.
You're gonna have to grow that beard thicker, maybe then.
Bro, Mandzukic is so much better than Lukaku. Like, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Don't watch these highlights. And, like,
Oh no, dude.
That's a cold take right
he's
there.
so
What
much
are you
better.
doing?
He's so much better.
That should be a no take.
It's just not true.
Hold that one in.
Cardiff.
Go tell.
Wait.
You
Yeah,
can tell
no,
yourself.
I was gonna say who's playing next to him? Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, next topic. You know? That's why.
I don't give a rat's ass,
Put
bro.
Cristiano next to Lukaku, you'll see some fucking 30 goals. Dude.
It's gonna be
Give me a
vicious.
break.
Oh, that's what it's going
Yeah.
to take to unlock Lukaku. Bring in
You're gonna
the
see.
best player in the world.
You're gonna see 30 goals without Cristiano next to
I
Lukaku.
think so, man.
He's 25. He's not in prime yet.
Oh!
Okay,
Cardiff won.
snack
Burnley.
shit's finished.
Stop watching these highlights.
Thinking about Ronaldo.
Yeah, he just took a snack break.
Stop
Cardiff
watching
won,
these
Burnley
highlights.
2.
Great game.
This was a snooze fest, man. I don't even know why I watched this game.
You're a
Second
legend.
half had 3 goals, but man, the first half
Got lively.
could have done without, man.
Yeah.
It was awful.
It was just
bro.
trash.
It was garbage.
This is the only game too. Sunday
Yeah, I
was
don't know
just
why
like,
they starved us so hard. I understand like the top 6 playing or the top 4 playing yesterday because of Champions League, but like I don't know, they could have put maybe Everton today, like someone
at least like a
decent.
Crystal Palace is someone
Yeah,
somewhat entertaining. I know they're playing Monday, but it's
This was just rude. This was almost this felt like they were making up for we treat everyone equal in the Premier League. Everyone gets a taste.
here's
Like,
your TV rights.
yeah, there's
Look,
no need for
You
these
earned it by
fuckers to
getting
get-
promoted,
You
I
know
guess.
what? That's a great call. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was TV rights.
Money. It
Look,
was a money play.
As far as
Finally.
Burnley, this is a
I
major
enjoyed it.
victory, major points for Burnley
Yeah,
here. They've
man.
been struggling this season, and to do it away from home as well. We know they made their home a fortress last year. So for them to get the victory, that's major for them. But as far as Cardiff goes, I mean,
Lay
going
them,
down,
bro.
this
They're
is
getting
pretty
10
much the
points.
dagger right
Deuces.
They're
here.
getting 10 points, man. That's all they're getting.
Bye,
Only
Felicia.
They're in 19th right now with Huddersfield and
How are
Newcastle.
you bad, Huddersfield?
Huh?
You were good last year. They beat us.
Huddersfield sucked, dude. Huddersfield going down.
Look, it's-
Cardiff going down. No wins in 7 games. Newcastle no wins in 7 games. That's the relegation group right there.
Man
Newcastle.
United also going down.
Probably.
Might as well.
Thanks to
Right
Jose.
there where we're
Down the
going.
ship.
Get Jose out, Al. It's, in your heart of hearts, you know, man. Look at him. He doesn't know.
All right, that wraps it up. Premier League match day 7. Before we
Okay.
go, any other world footy news? I see
Barca
Snacks
lost.
in the Juve kit.
Forza Juve.
Juve beat Napoli 3-1.
We were just
Cristiano
watching
2
the highlights. That's
assists.
why I was freaking out. And Ronaldo's the dog,
Yeah.
bro. He's the best player in the world.
I agree.
Always has been.
I
The
agree.
best player in the world. Yeah, how did Messi do this weekend? Drawing against who?
Oh,
did
want
they
to
draw?
judge on a week by week basis?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
I-
I mean that's how tight it is, though. That's how tight it is. You gotta go week by week, season, just like we go season by season or half season.
and what about
by
the week?
half
What
season.
about the week before when they lost to
International by international.
Leganes?
Yeah,
What's
that
up with
was-
that,
was
bro? What's up with that?
Like,
You see Real Madrid have lost their teeth, man. Well, look, I can't say they've lost their teeth because they tied Atletico Madrid, but like, it was a more even game. You lose Ronaldo, dude. Real Madrid now is
You know what's
looking
funny?
human.
You say, you know what's funny? This comparison is gonna make all of you laugh. Remember how when Everton lost Lukaku, they lost all their goals? Same thing with Real Madrid and Ronaldo. They don't have that defined 30-plus goals.
They still have 12 goals in 7 games. I mean, Barca have 18.
No,
And
but
so-
I'm saying
wait,
is
did
you need the X factor guy.
Did Snacks just give props to Lukaku?
I think so.
Hey.
So he's really bad. He's really bad.
I mean, he's not a good striker. But I'm
He's
just
a
saying-
30-goal scorer.
Listen,
He's a 30-goal scorer, but he's not
against
good.
The top 6 last season, how many goals did he score? 1. He gets all of his goals against the smaller sides.
How many did Harry Kane
How many
score?
did Firmino score? Look up that.
Aguero.
Let's look it up. Let's look it up.
Aguero's the only guy who does work. Harry Kane, I think. Vardy.
This is actually
Vardy scores
this is a conversation we were having a year ago, 2 years ago when I brought up Zlatan and how much he would score against top 6. It is what it is, but
They just lock in on the main striker.
but you know what? You need to remember Liverpool when they were undefeated versus top 6. But they didn't win the league because they couldn't finish against the bottom teams when they had to bring it, when they were dazing out a little bit.
That's more important than scoring against the top 6. You can lose.
Get
to the top
draws.
6 and
Get
stuff.
draws against the top 6.
Exactly.
Be equal with them.
You
And
gotta
then if
take
you
care of the low
take
guys.
care
You
of
look
all
at-
of them.
You look at the 9 or the 19 points United fell behind. We lost to all 3 newly promoted teams. Like those are the games you can't
We
draw.
lost to Chelsea once.
Yeah,
I remember, yeah.
but we beat City away at their play. Like
Lost-
you know, like so, like top 6 is a gamble, man. You might as well flip a coin. But those weaker teams, same with like Arsenal, you guys struggled away. You have to have decent away form if you're ever gonna put together a run.
And that's why I think Liverpool are legitimate title contenders
Absolutely.
because they got heart.
Favorites.
They're damn near unstoppable at home, and what they were able to do today to pull back that late goal to make it 1-1.
Danny Sturridge, bro.
Magic.
That's championship art, son. That's
Magic.
championship art.
They're real.
If he wants to be the bit part player that he can be on this Liverpool team and play when Teddy Sheringham, Man United,
Solskjaer.
15 years ago, 18 years ago, Solskjaer.
These guys are living in the past.
No, I'm just saying, and that's the role. Hey, you're a role player, man. You come on, you score goals. You're gonna win. You're gonna win a trophy. Give us that depth. Don't be a bitch and go away because you want to play every game. You want to win a trophy. Like you get starts over Firmino with games like
and
this.
he chose to stay.
Yeah, because he knows if he stays, man, this team can win.
Yeah, this is something.
Be a part of it.
Champions League final, yeah, and he's showing his class, and I think it might help his health to play less games.
Absolutely, dude. He can't do the demanding.
The 30
But as for other news, guys, Champions League returns this week.
Yep.
In case you didn't know, we talked about.
Tom, what do you think about that?
We talked about.
Huss is on fire.
I'm gonna be. Arsenal's gonna be somewhere like Ukraine.
They call it Thirsty Thursday for a reason. Because you're thirsty to get back in Chambos.
I love Huss. This guy's a legend.
I fucking hate Huss.
Legend of the game. We got Man U going off at Old Trafford against Valencia.
That's an L.
That could be a defining moment in Jose's United career.
Did you look? Spanish sides, they're real.
Yeah.
Also real.
They're very real.
Italian sides, especially going to Italy against Napoli. That's Liverpool. Just coming off a loss against Juve.
Napoli looks good,
But
man.
Napoli's a solid team, man. It's gonna be tough. But the big one, man, Spurs Barca. That's gonna be dope. Lot of Barca targets. A lot of Barca targets on Spurs.
Harry Kane going in on form though.
But if
Harry Kane going in on form.
Spurs can find a way to knock them off just here, that means Barca this year, Real Madrid last year. So still they're trying to creep, but they need to do it.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I love crepes.
Yeah,
I
they
think
need
Barca's
to.
gonna dominate the game.
You say that.
Yeah.
Barca's struggling, man.
Barca's gonna
Barca's
dominate.
struggled
Can't beat
midweek.
Leganes. They can't beat Spurs.
That's all right, check. But again, it's a mentality, right, of a major club facing a lower club.
But
they're not up for it. Champions League,
They should be.
They're
up
gonna
for
be
it.
up for
If
it.
you're at that
But
level, you're
last
gonna be
year-
up for it every
but
game.
Barca, the last couple of years have struggled Champions League. That's why you've seen Real Madrid dominate. It's almost like that stage becomes so big for them they forget how dominant they are. We saw it against Roma. Roma was a good team, but you can compare Spurs and Roma. If they played 10 games, maybe Roma would win 6 of those.
I'd actually say Spurs is the better team than Roma.
Exactly, and Roma found a way. So like this Champions League S on their chest, I think the last few years has been eroded away. You talk about that about Real Madrid, that's different.
No,
'Cause they
I just
know
think it's
that
the
belief.
matchup. I think it's stylistically the matchup.
But this is
Because Barca dominates possession so much more versus a Real Madrid.
But Tottenham loves that, the counterattack system. They press you nice and early, try to win it high up the field, and if they don't, they play the counterattack. And now
And then Messi scores a hat trick because you got bums.
Look,
playing
there's
the
cases
Dyer.
either way.
Yeah,
but I just have a feeling Barca's going to dominate this game and bounce back.
And I think
from
it's
the
at
bad form
Wembley,
they've
right?
had.
It is.
That's Wembley. It's at Wembley.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually interested on how well Dembele does in this game because if he can keep the midfield going for Tottenham.
I was gonna say which Dembele.
Oh, yeah, my fault.
And Dele
Like
Alli's
three of
out
them.
too, right? He's got a hamstring. He's out for about a month or so.
Good.
Dele
You
Alli,
play better without
So
him.
they're even weaker there.
He plays
We
solid.
already had a whole
X Factor,
conversation
boy,
about
son,
Dele.
bro. The X Factor.
Lucas is my boy. That's my X factor. Lucas Moura.
You missed it. We already talked about Dele Alli for like 45 minutes
You
about
guys
how he
just
should.
shat on him.
No, we said
No, I
he should be-
didn't.
I think he should be a striker.
Yeah, me
I
and
didn't
Tiki are on
think
the
he's
same
bad as
page.
a midfield. I just
Alright,
think
we can't revise the show, man.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
we're pretty much bro. Oh
What
my
we
God.
in?
This thing's like
Out
on
for
fire right now.
All right, guys.
So am I.
That's
That's
it,
it.
right? We
Yeah.
covered everything.
Liverpool sucks. You know.
Thanks for joining us,
My
Tom.
takes.
Coaching late,
second-
coming in
Oh.
hot, coming in with that fire.
Fire on the mic.
All right, guys. Catch you later. Peace.
Later.
Snack sucks.
That's fucking